again. I'm bouncing up before they count to 10. We back again. We back again. Tell your mother, brother, sister, and your friends. We back again. We back again. I'm bouncing up before they count to 10. We back again. We back again. Tell your mother, brother, sister, and your friends.
And welcome back. This is the VCT Game Changers Asia Pacific Series. This is day 4 in the last chance qualifier. And of course, I'm Sleepy, and I am with I'm Quack. And hello, Quack. How are you doing so far?
Man, that's awesome. How did you just like point to the right side? I always get confused.
I know, right? I'm good with directions. You know?
Sleepy. Yeah, that's why you're the coach after all. But yeah, I mean, I'm honestly quite nervous because upper bracket final, only one team makes it forward. The other one goes down to lower bracket final.
I mean, there's one slot on the line in this next series that's going to be really exciting. These two X teams, one team X and one team X10. What is up with all the X's recently, huh?
Come on,
and all the X teams are doing so good too, by the way.
Yeah, it's a cool letter. If you have it in your name or a W, then you get the wins. That's what it is.
The next time I'm spelling out my name is going to be XLEEPY. It's still sleepy.
Sleepy.
Right? It's still sleepy, but just
you
with
ever,
an X.
You ever had the thing when you were a kid, like when I was a kid, people play Maple Story. They do X, Quick X, that kind of name.
Yeah,
what are we doing?
I still have a lot of friends who do that on purpose.
That's cool.
In Valorant or any other games they play. But hey, this is the first X team. We're going to be talking about X Team Bo, or Bio, Interbell, Oludu, Snowkey, Valentine, and of course we have VK as well.
The only team in this top 4 that is not from Thailand.
Not from Thailand.
I have to support them. They're from Singapore.
Exactly, yeah. Singapore pride, I guess, for Quack. This is something big. It's impressive that they are able to compete in this world dominated by the Thais, I guess. And they are also new, right, Quack?
Exactly.
And it's what's amazing is this new team is able to compete at the very top level of Valorant in a game changer circuit. And honestly, I have to be honest with you, I haven't really seen any of these names before, and I can't wait to be impressed by them later on.
Similarly, but you know what names we have seen before?
Oh yeah.
We've seen these names since last year.
Yes.
They were top 3. Ginny is very famous.
Yep, she is. And
so are the rest of them.
So are the rest of them. I mean, I have seen Game Changers since the very beginning, and these names are constant in the scene. We have Alyssa, Baby TZ, and of course Ginny, alongside Muffin and Polly. They are cracked players as well. And it shows, right? They've been dominating so far, even against W Streak Esports Female, who we've seen to be very good as well.
It's very interesting to say the least. We had that one little interview with Ginny during the break, the little video I played.
Yes.
What if their team, if they were an ice cream flavor, it's lime or lemon because they're sour, but you still want to eat it. I love that. I love that.
That's great. That's great.
Sometimes things get rough. Sometimes things taste a little bit sour, but they still have fun and they still enjoy the game. They still do what they do. And that's what Valorant is all about. And that's why they are here to play today. They've been in every single open sometimes they don't qualify. Sometimes they do, but then they lose to the bigger teams, the rivals like Alter Ego Celeste.
Yeah,
of course. Rivals like Bren as well.
Yep.
And now those teams aren't here today.
Nope.
Today it's X-Team BO.
X-Team BO, and I guess this is a true test for X-Team BO. It's not so much of a test for X10S, honestly. They're the favorites. I'm pretty sure everybody coming into Game Changers, they know that this is the team to beat, and I think that's what's on the sites of X10. Sorry, not X10, but X-Team BO. See, this is gonna mess up.
I know, right?
Oh man, we're gonna mess up so bad in terms of the names, but in terms of the maps, however, we do have the first pick, which is Haven by X-Team BO. And of course, Fracture is going to be played once more by X10S. And of course, as a decider, we'll have Ascent, the Classic. While Breeze was banned by Team X, Team BO. And Split was banned by X10S. It's interesting, we still see Split being banned out because I don't think anyone's practicing that anymore. But so hey, you still have to ban it, I guess. Just in case, you know?
Everyone's comfortable on a set, so it kind of gets relegated to the last one. But what's more interesting is the first few, because that's... I mean, it's a best of 5. You're going to have to play almost every single map.
I messed that up. I thought it was still a best of 3, but I forgot Bind and Icebox, they're going to be played as well. So Decider is still Ascent, but we still have Bind and Icebox to go through.
That's right.
Goodness, it is a best of 5.
So you're still going to have to play almost all the maps anyway. The only difference is the order in which they're played, and hopefully you're playing the one that you prefer. But of course, it's always back and forth with the picks, and Haven being the first one is very, very curious to me. Both teams played that in their upper brackets. In their most recent series, they both played Icebox and Haven. They both won 2-0. So I think we're going to have a banger series.
Yeah, I mean, the win rate on Haven and Icebox for X10 is insane, both above 80%. And for Team X, Team BO, they love Icebox. Haven, not so much. So this first map might be favored for Team X10S. But going into Icebox is going to be shifting a little bit towards X Team BO. But then after, it's going to be for everyone. I think Bind is not a map that X10S love very much, so they are going to be forced to play in there, and that's going to be a chance for X10 BO to get a lead. But then again, they're still the decider. There's other 2 maps, and it's all up for grabs for both of these teams.
It really is very... I think it might be early to say that it's evenly matched, but at least map-wise, you can kind of tell they have their favorites in there, and that's what we're counting on. But... just going back a little bit, like you mentioned, X-Team BO, we haven't really seen them before. They've always participated, but they never really made it through to playoffs in the Opens or anything like that because they had to play against those teams, you know, Big Scythe, SMG, X10 themselves, where I think there might be a bit of a revenge kind of play going on. But that said, again, not very familiar with them. I don't know how long they've been playing together. Meanwhile, XNS, they've been playing together like for the longest time.
For forever, basically, right? In the time span of Game Changers, it's pretty much forever. So in terms of experience, there's no doubt X10 so far is ahead. In terms of surprise factor, though, maybe X-Team BO will have the upper hand in that regard. And that's what they need to use, I think. Teams that are deemed as the underdogs in a match, they should be happy to have that title. They should be happy that there's no pressure for them to perform a certain way. There's no pressure for them to deliver too much results. And that might lift some pressure off of them. And this will allow them to get creative. And here we have Muffin pitted up against Snowkey. And oh my God, is that actually correct in terms of the ACS? 267 for Snowkey. That's insane. And you're comparing this against one of the best duelists in the whole Game Changers, Muffin. And she is ahead. And that's just an insane stat that we can base it on, I guess, to see what performance is going to come out from this player. But yeah, it's stats-wise looking really good for Snowkey. But of course, stats are stats. It's all going to come down to the rounds.
That's
and
right.
The clutch moments that we're going to see later. But so far, Snowkey's looking pretty good.
So far, indeed. That's like you said, stats are stats because sometimes we've got a lot of different factors, whether it's sample size or which recent games we're looking at.
That's right.
But 267 it's not a small number. It's no small feat to actually get that. So we actually might be in for a rough one. I mean, these two are the duelists for their teams. And Muffin, like you mentioned, she's been here since forever. She's been on so many different agents. She's been on the Jets. So she really knows this game in and out. What's more interesting to me, though, is that on their recent game, X10S, when they played against W Streak Female on Haven, guess which agent Muffin went for?
Is it a raise?
No, she went for Neon.
Okay,
Look at Sleepy's face.
Because I thought that Raze is one of the most played agents by Muffin, but Neon, I guess, is not such a bad pick on Haven. We've seen this agent being played out on Haven for quite a lot. Optic, some of the bigger teams in the world, they also play this agent, even other maps like Breeze, for example. And Neon is not a bad pick at all, but of course it also depends on how well you've gelled everything together in terms of the agent composition, the synergy between agents and your team. And I guess it's interesting that they won against Winstreak. Is that so, Quack?
Yes, they did. They won 13-8. They had a pretty dominant start, went 7-5, started to get a little bit duel heavy towards the second half, but then they managed to bring it back. So it's very interesting to say the least, because they often pushed out because they had that Neon. They would have this play where Muffin would push out a long, she had two teammates supporting her, and they were just able to wreak havoc.
Yeah, that much like what we saw with Angela in the previous series, right? Every time Angela is up against a barrier, we know she's gonna go somewhere and do something crazy with the support of her teammates. And with X10S, I'm pretty sure their synergy is not to be questioned about, and they will have all these support system in place for Muffin to succeed. And if it's true that she's going to pick Neon again in this series against X Team BO, that's going to be exciting. I want to see some of these set pieces that they've prepared, and how will X Team BO prepare against that? How will they respond? Because that's equally important. If they want to try and clinch this first slot, I think they'll have to do some things that they haven't done before against any of these other teams. They played against them, but can they beat them? And today might be the day they can answer that question with a yes.
That's right. That's the biggest question. Are X Team BO prepared for this?
Yeah.
Both teams, I think, have had about a day to kind of look through those recent VODs and to maybe prepare some counter strats. It could happen, but again, it's very different because this is a very specific team composition. When you have your Neon, when you have that double initiator, a Sky plus KO, you are trying to do something very specific, something very purposeful.
That's right.
On the other side, with X Team BO, similar roles, but different agents. They don't have the Sky or the KO. They have a Sova and a Breach. They don't have the Neon. They have a Jet. So they might change that up today. Who knows?
Yeah, and I saw that some of the games that they played, I think Snow was actually playing on Reyna, which didn't have a pretty good win rate, but I think that's an option. Especially in the best of 5, you have more room to try all these new compositions out, right? And so I'm expecting we're going to see a Reyna in play, maybe even on Haven. Haven is such a good map for Reyna, as we've seen from some of the teams like Paper X. They love running a Jet Reyna composition, so we might be able to see that. But I don't know about them playing 2 duelists. I don't think that's something that they are doing quite often. So if that happens, then maybe we'll see a Reyna with another Jet player. That is something new on the table for X Team BO. So then again, it's the surprise factor that might come in play for them to play against X10S, which is so experienced that maybe there are no more surprises to catch them off guard. But we'll just have to see.
We really will. I mean, it definitely comes down to some of these moments, which is It's very, very interesting. Another thing that we could kind of talk about is perhaps the fact that both teams will go for the Astra plus Chamber to fill out the rest of the squad.
All right.
So different players have different styles.
Yes.
That could lead to a lot as well.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, Chamber is still in the meta. Very much still in the meta. Like, there's no way you can...
Nerf him all you want.
No. Nerf him all you want. If he still has that TP, even just for once every round, it's still one of the strongest abilities in the game. So
and the ult.
I mean, no matter how you nerf it, if you can still shoot with that amount of speed while playing with a one-shot, one-kill gun, it's just unfair sometimes, but it's an ultimate, and it's more expensive now. Okay, so it's kind of fair. But Chamber, you're right. Players have different styles, even playing the same agent, and we've seen some of the some of the Chambers that we've seen today in the previous series. Some were kind of passive, some were kind of more aggressive, and as a Chamber, I always think playing aggressive is your biggest strength, and this is why he's always dubbed the pseudo sentinel. He's more like
pseudo
duelist, right? So you can always take aggressive and forward angles with him and TP out anytime you feel like you're threatened. And this is also going to depend on whether your opponent team is going to play a KO. If you have a KO on your opponent team, then you'll have to be a little bit more careful. As you've seen on Breeze, especially when you pick Sapphire, it's kind of a tangent, but it's kind of similar in that way. If you are an agent that relies so much on your utilities, a KO is such a crucial fix to that. So just be careful, and depending on your playstyle, then you can just adjust to it. If you don't like playing aggressive and you're playing against KO, I think playing on site is a good idea.
I think that is what X Team will do, actually, because just judging by some of the statistics, some of the recent VODs, VK, who is their dedicated Chamber, she doesn't really go that aggressive, not so much. And you got to remember, X Team, they don't have that KO on their side,
right? Which
is very different, because Baby TZ, who tends to go operator a lot, she tends to play a little bit more aggressive too. I think she's got like 4 first kills for most of her games. So
damn,
it's a little bit like opposite ends again of the spectrum.
And it's not that it's bad that you don't play aggressive with the Chamber. It's just, again, your playstyle. And you just gotta prepare accordingly, right? If you're gonna play Chamber passively, then maybe you'll have to have more crossfire setups. You have to have more traps in plays, and it just depends on how you respond again to the opponent team. And so some of these things we can't really talk about until we see what's happening on the ground. So I really can't wait to see what's going to happen. And there's 2 different styles that these 2 teams are going to bring in. But I have to say, man, playing against X10 Sapphire, that must have some effect on your mentality. Like, we're playing one of the most experienced and one of the best teams in APAC Game Changers, and we just formed in this LCQ. So I just hope they don't have that in their head, living rent free.
Like, you can't have that weighing you down. No. You just need to go into this game a little bit more carefree, and perhaps they'll give them the strength that they need to perform. That said, though, just again, I don't like doing this, but going into numbers, X10 had a very, like, I think, swift win on Haven. Like, they had 13-8 against W Streak Esports. Conversely, when you look at X Team, they had 13-11 against Bassi 6.
Very tight, right?
Yeah, so it's a little bit different.
Okay, so those 2 teams that were in the lower brackets were the teams that lost to these 2 teams playing in the upper brackets.
That's right.
And the scores are kind of similar, but it's still a little more dominant towards the side of X10S.
Yes.
And even then, X10 has won against the stronger team in the lower bracket, which is W Streak. So if you try to conclude everything,
that's right.
Not WS Streak, but X Team, they are in the back foot for this. X10S is definitely ahead in terms of their performance, experience, and maybe even creativity, because of the supporting individual skills from each player, and I really hope X Team BO will know what to do with this.
Yeah, they really are the underdogs, the dark horses of this tournament.
They really are.
And I gotta support them. They're the only Singaporean team so far.
Still,
in this LCQ.
You know what? I think we give you permission to support them, Quack, because
they
are one team representing another region, not Thailand. And they are also the underdogs in terms of performance, not just because they're from another region. And it's always fun rooting for the underdogs, right? It's always fun to expect something out of the teams that are not expected to win. And if they do manage to pull something off, that's like, wow,
it's huge.
They can actually do it. So I think we're starting very soon. So don't fret, ladies and gentlemen. Do not be afraid.
We're trying to find the start button. Is it on your desk, Sleepy? It's not on mine. I
got a Rubik's Cube here, but I don't think it says start anywhere. So no, it's not here on my desk. So soon we'll have our producers find it for us because we're lazy. We're just here to talk. We're just here to talk, all right? Someone else will find the start button for us.
Somewhere. It's just not here in front of us.
No.
But if anything, how much of a chance do you think X Team has over X10S? Coach Sleepy's predictions again.
Why are you... See, this is Quack making me do this, all right? I have nothing to do with this. I have to answer.
You don't have to.
He asked me what do you mean I don't have to answer? You asked me a question. I'll answer.
Okay.
Honestly speaking, I think they have a decent chance. I mean, they made it all the way to the upper bracket finals. They did beat some of the teams that were also playing in the lower bracket round 3. And it was not something easy to do, right? And so it's proven that they have the skills to be here. Maybe they don't have as much experience and as much creativity because it's probably limited by the time that they've been playing together as compared to what X10 has gone through. Probably about 30 to 40% still in favor of X10 Sapphire.
Yeah, it certainly does seem that way. But if you love the underdogs, then X Team are the team for you.
That is correct.
I think they might, like maybe 30 or 40 is right because X10, they do have that potential to sometimes get a little bit too greedy or aggressive, I think, based on some of their VODs, based on how they've played against teams in the previous Opens. I mean, that's why they're here in the LCQ. They almost made it in open overtime, but I think they lost to one of the Filipino teams, if memory serves me right. So it really is down to both of these teams, and they really both need to fight their hardest.
We are seeing the Neon Quack. This is according to what we've talked about. We are going to see some of those set pieces, and I'm really excited to see X10S pull it off. And X-Team BO, they're going with a more classic composition. With the
slightly
jet.
different.
Well,
instead of the chamber, they've gone for a Cypher.
Yeah.
Instead of a Sova, they're going for a Fade.
Fade. Oh, baby, this is fun. Like we said, the surprise factor on the side of X-Team BO might play a factor here against X10S. And again, Cypher is always one of my favorite agents. And now that Chamber is nerfed, well, not nerfed into oblivion, he's still very viable. He still sucks to play against. But Cypher is really good as well. So I'm excited for this. I can't wait to see.
There's the A-long aggression.
Oh, there it is.
Bring them down.
And I'm fairly certain that Inter can hear it as well, but she's alone. She's going to have to deal with that Trailblazer, which doesn't quite hit her. But unfortunately, the right click doesn't connect, and instead, it's the C site that has been taken by X Team.
Okay. It's amazing how Holy managed to survive all the way at C long while the site is being taken by X Team BO. But Ginny, they will now have information that X Team BO is pushing all the way towards Defender's Spawn. And they're being caught by Ginny and Muffin together. And now only one player remaining. Not much you can do, Olulu. And therefore, the first round goes to X10 as in a dominant fashion.
Incredible. I mean, that's the A-long aggression that we talked
about.
We see it in round number 1.
Called it.
and they just don't slow down at all. I mean, it's a bit of a dance between the two teams. You can see that X10 also knows and has the game sense to tell, all right, they're pushing A, we can probably go into take C. They did, however, holding it was a whole other thing because they pushed in towards C link, and I think that's where they had a bit of trouble. It became a choke point.
You mean X team, right?
Yeah, X team.
Yeah, we're messing it up already, dude. I don't like this. Can we have a rule about team names that like make it similar to other teams? Like, you're making our jobs harder, man. Please. Oh, man. You're right. X team BO. They are a bit unlucky in the sense that X10, they were pushing so early, and so the control that they got after they got the first few kills, it was just easy to get. And now they're doing it again. They're just pushing unrelentless pressure coming from the team with the Spectres at hand. There's just no chance whatsoever for X Team BO to retaliate. And with that, 2-0. Very easy round for X10 Sapphire so far.
Yeah, just a brawl for X10S. Poli pushing out from low mid. I think they did not expect that. And also just going in together as a team. If one person falls, Baby TC trades. If Poli falls, there's a lot of support coming in, and it just works out very nicely. They only lost one player in that round, so not too bad, but this is where things start to get a little bit rough.
Yeah. They're doing it again.
Bye. Yeah.
Oh, they're doing it again, Quack. They are going at it full speed, non-stop. But this time around, XTBO is actually going to match that speed to go into C-side before they even found anyone. But Poli, coming out of her Nebula, will find a free kill towards Inter. And this retake, once again, a 5v4, they're going to pinch and cage XTBO towards C. But they're also doing the same thing they did on the pistol round, which is push towards C-Link and defender spawn. And they might find Poli here. If Poli's not careful, she might be caught. And Olulu, very nice off angle, will get a free kill. While her teammates are getting attacked and flanked from the C-side itself. What is going on? The defuse is already happening! And the defuse goes through. X10S, without even having to fight, in the end, he did still get the kills. But before that even, they secured round number 3.
Again? Where were they positioned? That's so strange. They had the site, but every single player pushed in towards C-Link, trying to go towards defender spawn. I think that's where things start to get a little bit hairy.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mistake, I think. The plant wasn't even planted for C-Link, you know? It was so comfortable for Muffin to just sit there, you know?
Go, go, go!
Defuse the spike without even breaking a sweat. Very easy for her. But anyway, another A long aggression. We're seeing them push again and again and again, and X Team BO, you're not gonna find anything here if you just stand around. So I'd love to see X Team BO try something against this A push play.
Well, they can hear it coming. They know it's there, but with the sheriffs, it's just a little bit tougher. And look at how much space X10S just takes up. It's a crossfire setup already. Going in with a stun, though. Inter is able to pick up the first, but Alyssa from behind is able to trade as well. She has a bit of a stun of her own, and then the trades come through. Ginny there to back it up, but unfortunately this time the trade favors X-Team Bo.
Yeah. And I love this because I was just saying how they needed to do something, but Poli and Baby TZ, they're just not going to take it without retaliating, man. They know that they need to do something as well, and they have done wonders to defend this A side against X-Team Bo. That's right, it's X-Team Bo, guys. Quack, come on, man.
Sorry.
Get your stuff together, man. It's not X-Team BO, it's X-Team Bo.
It's I'm just gonna say X-Team.
You know what? These team names are gonna be the death of us.
It really is. So okay. But
it's all right.
Still,
thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for correcting us. But I think it just came down to firepower. Still, the rifles there did so much better, and it was a good attempt at dealing with this A-long play that X10 continuously puts out, though. If X-Team can actually deal with it similarly, now that they have full buy, they might stand a chance at turning this around, but it's 3 players still, so it's not that easy.
No. And you can see the hesitance from Team X10 Bo. Like, they know exactly where these players are towards A-Long, but they still don't want to rush into it, which is good. They're getting so much. Rolling Thunder and Nightfall. Taking this corner will get one. Muffin taken down by Olulu, so this might be one of the best chances that X10 Bo has to get into a site. But we still have to deal with Genie. Genie is surviving, and buying so much time for Baby TZ to come into a side as well.
Oh no.
While this push is happening, Poli will not be able to get a kill. That means it's very easy for X10 Bo to get into A and pull around the side to get the first round.
One by one they traded, and one by one X10S started to fall. I mean, it started with that crossfire setup again, but this time around X teams just were able to push up front. They had that utility coming in, and I think that's the power of the breach plus the fade. Ginny did so much with the utility as well. I mean, she had the right ideas, throwing the fragment into sewer, throwing the 0 point just to slow them down a little bit. But unfortunately, I think if Polly pushed up like that and she was the first one to fall, it just hurts their defenses so much more. This time around, pushing different spots on the map, Sleepy.
They're taking so much, man. They have A with that positioning from Ginny. They have mid window all the way to the attacker's spawn even. Muffin might get caught. But no way, the timing worked out so well. And Muffin turns around just in time to find Enter just peeking through that small gap from the attacker's spawn. And once again, an advantage goes into the hands of X10S. And you see, the one thing that worked out for X10 Bo that previous round was they committed 2 ultimates to regain a long control. But no, they don't have anymore.
It still is with that Cypher utility. Sometimes just doesn't provide the value that you want, and now Baby TZ, the operator, slightly more aggressive. She peeks out, she gets stunned. This time, no choice but to fall back. Does she have her rendezvous? Not quite. Getting stunned up is Polly as well, though. And this cosmic divide just allows for X10 to come in, but what is this top flash? Alyssa gets the 2! And then a trade, but unfortunately not that much. Hit Hunter is not a problem for Baby TZ.
No, it's not.
5-1.
I love how stubborn Baby TZ was. She was like eating a flash. She was eating a prowler. Okay. She got stunned by a fault line. She got flashed. She didn't even get a kill there, and then went back to get another kill with a Hit Hunter. So Baby TZ, very persistent.
Got that
resilience on this lady. It's insane.
I think that's that experience that comes in for XNS. I think because I mean, if you're new or if you're not that experienced, sometimes you get hit by that much. You start to panic. Right? Yes, that fight or flight comes in. But Baby TZ is like, it's okay. I'm just like, you know that meme with the dog and the room's on fire.
Everything is fine.
Yeah, everything is fine.
I'm getting stunned and flashed and prowlered, and there's a cosmic divide dividing my friends and I.
It's okay.
Whatever.
Trust.
All right.
Trust Alyssa.
Trust. Yeah. Baby TZ just. Oh, that's such a banger move from her. Anyway, X10 Bo timeout, much needed in this 1-5 situation. They will have guns ready for this next round. Well, actually, no. Not everyone is going to have full buys, but if they are deciding to force, I respect that because they can't afford to lose too many more rounds. And, well, they did deal with Baby TZ somewhat. They'll have to continue doing that if they want to survive this operator from Baby TZ. And maybe this is one of those ways.
Ooh, oh!
That's a great trade. That's at least one way to deal with that. A trade is a trade. It's good.
Oh my gosh, but again with this A-long push, and Polly is just holding it down. Pushed out Garage, she gets 3. What just happened? Valentine is alone, and unfortunately the lightning beam just saps her out. 6-1, X10S. They keep on pushing it faster and faster.
Oh god, this is exactly what's so scary about X10S, Quack.
BYB fam.
Every single player will pop off anytime.
Oh,
be it Poli, Baby TZ. Muffin, we've seen from round 1 just sliding here and there, getting kills every corner she checks. And Ginny, Alyssa, they haven't even started playing yet, honestly, and they're so much in the lead. And I'm scared to be X10.
Oh, right, and it's happening again. They place a star down, trying to slow it with a prowler being sent through as well, but we're just trading cats and dogs at this point, I guess.
Well, it's really frustrating. It's gonna get really, really frustrating because they know exactly what X10 is doing. They just can't deal with it. And this is one of the most excruciatingly painful experiences for X-Team Bo because look, they're just being caged in with all the Vandals in the hands of X10S. No chance whatsoever. Flawless round for X10S. God damn.
God damn.
God damn. Oh god. I can't imagine being X-Team Bo right now. Have you been so frustrated about something that you know what's wrong, you know what's happening, but you just can't do anything about it?
Exactly. That's the craziest thing. And look at these specific star placements coming in from Polly as well. She makes use of them to peek out. You're never quite sure where X10S are coming from. And if you are X team, you just like, how do you deal with it? You peek out and you try to trade again, but this time Alulu doesn't get the shot. Oh, they push straight into B.
Okay. Well, that's a change of pace. They might even go to A now, but Ginny's there to welcome them if Ginny is aware that they're going A. And I think she is. And there's potential for a pop flash now that there's a smoke in front of her, but she decided it's a 5v4. I'll wait for my teammates, and I think it's pretty darn wise that she's doing that.
Alright, well I guess we've swapped sides, but you know what? Polly, she's got stars, she's got a Cosmic Divide, they use this to clear out the corners, and all of a sudden Muffin just slides right in, gets a swing transfer, Ginny explodes on the side as well, everyone waterfalling in, VK the only one able to find something, but still, absolute destruction coming in from X10S.
Utter dominance. There's no other way to say it, there's no other way to tell it. This is the story you get, ladies and gentlemen. This is X10S wanting their elite slots. And there's quite literally nothing that X-Team Bo can do to stop this train. And well, I mean, we can see from the minimap what's happening. Every single time, X10S is always caging X-Team Bo in somewhere. Be it their base, be it C-Link towards defender spawn, be it A-side in that previous round, everything is so perfectly planned by X10S, and X-Team Bo has never found a solution.
And they do it so incredibly well. They give them the site, that's okay. We have our entire squad just here to cage them in, like you said, to converge into them from three separate points, 3 separate entrances. What's different this time is that they have Inter kind of lurking towards the middle, so she might be the linchpin. She might be the one who could break apart X10S's formation.
So crucial right now. They need to find something here. And they're doing it again. They're going towards the steel link, towards defender area, but again and again, Ginny will find another kill to stop this post plant from happening. And again, the spike plant is not even for defenders spawn. I am...
Wow. Like, you see where the X's are marked on the map, like that's where they die. 3 players towards C-Link, 2 somewhere on the site itself. And they're not able, I mean, it's partially because of the guns as well, but it's just so difficult for X Team to do anything about this.
I think it's also about pre-planning a post-plan, you know? Like, when you plan a spike, you also need to plan around it where you want to play the post-plan, and I think that's not happening. And X10, they know exactly how to make use of that, you know? Oh, wait, they're at C-Link? Wait, this plant is here? Meanwhile, Baby TZ, she's not allowing me to speak about anything in the previous round. Let's just focus on this round. The point is, X10S, they know what they're doing. X-Team Bo, not so much.
Man. And I think this might have been their map pick. I'm not too sure, but it's just such a rough situation to be in. You can see that this is affecting them so much because of how much they've slowed down The pressure is on, Sleepy.
It's on. It's huge. It's unbearable.
Right there.
And if they can still manage to win 1 or 2 more rounds in this last 2 rounds in the first half, I think that should be able to relieve some of those pressures.
Right there.
I don't think X10 is allowing that with his positioning from all the players. Poli's going to go for
Muffin hiding under window.
Oh, the peak is happening, but surviving. Muffin getting the timing. Oh,
wow.
Oh, the perfect timing. But Valentine replied in kind. Double. Make it double for her. And that's an opening for X10 to go to C once more. And hopefully this time, post-plant will be
You need to use their ultimate. They've only got 10 seconds to do this. They push Ginny back. She's been knocked up, stunned for a second. And then sticking the plant now, Olulu. Alyssa still peeking in and out of this, though. She's got her guiding light. She's got her trailblazer. And it's so easy!
Oh my God.
X10S. They turned this into a firing range, just picking their targets off one by one.
Smooth as a baby's butt, as I say it.
Oh my God. Smooth execution. As smooth as a baby's butt.
Dude, look at that. How smooth was that? Just pop flash out, jump onto the platform, get a flick onto a headshot, and your teammate just swing to get that final kill. Come on. What more can you ask from X10S on this win? Boom. Boom.
Smooth as a baby's butt. Man. Okay, so this really is X-Team Bo's map pick, and it's rough. Again with the A-long aggression, X-Team Bo this time trying to push up front, trying to deal with it, but they've already set up for that crossfire. This one cyber cage gives you a little bit of space. Nightfall gets sent down. Maybe the Prowler's going in along with it. They try to spray it down. It's going to be Muffin that gets so much. Ginny with a bit of a trade as well, but this time numbers go to X-Team Bo. They could just be able to take down the site if they can deal with maybe TZ, but the Burn Force swaps to a Vandal, almost gets Valentine down. They have the timing. They could go to another site. I think they kind of know that Polly's behind them.
They're so low though. They're both one hit away with a Vandal, and if Polly knows this, then she should be more confident in peeking, and they need to play together. They need to go for the trade, but the timing! Polly again! Will not allow that number to be changed on the scoreboard for X-Team Bo. It's gonna be 11-1 to close out this first half. Oh no, Quack!
Oh my gosh. I can't believe what I'm seeing. And if this were Roman numerals, 11-1, X10 is like, it's XI, okay, X. But that's such a crazy micro decision from Polly. I mean, the fact that they were low kind of helped in that, but she knew to wrap around the left side instead of peeking out right.
Yeah. Oh, that was so perfect. That was such a great decision from Polly. She knew the fact that, I guess it was running in her head. You can almost see it, you know, Polly calculating whatever's happening on the ground right there. She knew that the last 2 players were low, so she knew that they needed to play together. So if she just swings from where she was coming from, then there's almost gonna be a trade confirmed happening from the side of X-Team Bo, but she didn't go for it. She went an alternate route, and that allowed her to just get that clutch beautifully. And I was almost positive that X-Team Bo was going to get that round, because we've seen that happen before. They tried to counter the A-long aggression with an ultimate, and it worked. They got the man advantage. They got a 3v2. But Baby TZ was still at the side, and this is what's been happening with X10. You know, the rotations, they were so quick. Baby TZ was always there to back her teammates up every time X-Team Bo was ready to get into A, and Baby TZ almost never fails to protect her teammates and her team from losing yet another round to X-Team Bo.
And that's the cohesion that X10S has. 3 players push out, they confirm the hit, they already know how to respond to it. And not just Baby TZ being fast as well, she's landing her tour de force shots. It is so sharp, it is so good. And every single round, whether toward a force or operator, she's doing something. X10S consistently just changing things up. Sometimes it's A push, sometimes it's C push. If you're X Team Bo, you're just, what do I do? Oh my gosh.
You do? That's one of the questions that they need to come out with an answer with, but hopefully they'll come with it in the second half. It is so frustrating right now to be X Team Bo. You know exactly what's going on, Quack. You just can't do anything about it. And that is one of the most helpless feelings that you'll ever feel in your life, and I'm so scared for X Team Bo right now. But of course, we still have the second half. They had some time to reset in that quite short break in between the first and the second half. So let's hope they can recover from that first half. It's a long road, but it's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
Improbable.
Improbable.
Yeah.
That's the word, I guess. But you gotta believe. You gotta believe in X10 Bo. X-Team Bo, excuse me. Wow, the names really mess you up, don't they? But now that they're on the defensive side, perhaps, just maybe, even with the Cypher, they could somehow change things up. But look at how versatile X10S are. They were so fast in the previous side. This time around, slow things down. Maybe TZ trying to hold them off, and instead get picked up.
Well, that's a great counter to what they've seen from X10S. You know, let's do what you did. Let's push A, and this is pretty similar in the sense that they got C, and now they're gonna get pinched. Now let's see if X-Team Bo can deliver the execution that we saw from X10S going into this 5v4 retake. Gonna try. They have a haunt. This haunt will reveal at least one player's position, but the flash timing is great. Blinded two players perfectly. But VK will be able to survive despite being flashed, and Valentine will join her in killing the last member of X10S. And with that, hey, a pistol round is won by X-Team Bo. And this is quite literally the first step into this combat.
Definitely. And it all starts with that first step as well. I mean, if they had lost this one, we would have been match point instantly.
Yep.
And they would have no choice but to force. That would have been really rough. Thankfully, they won, and this gives them a fighting chance. X-Team Bo managing to come in with the perfect retake. I mean, they had some flashes on the side of X10S. They had some good post-plant positions, but when it came down to the duels, just because X-Team Bo came in together, it was a little bit tougher for them to pick them off apart.
It was huge that GK got them down as well. And now, they're gonna reply in kind. They're just gonna go for an A fast with Muffin, but decides to let go of that control. So it was just about building presence and rotating all the way to the side. But thankfully for X-Team Bo, we do have Valentine jump jiggling towards that C-Long. And once she spots anyone, just a slight indication that there might be a C push coming, she will be able to delay them
there it is.
with... Oh, wait, what? Wait, she's just leaving it? Oh, no. They're just giving the side for free. But it's not too bad. They still have the gun advantage. They still have the 5v5, and it's still very much possible.
She's got 3 stars to work with, so you really do have to make those count. A little bit of a trailblazer gives information into its garage, and this is pretty much a standard retake. The difference being the guns, but Holy coming in with a flank from behind. For NZ, she gets 1. Getting 9.
One enemy remaining.
Apart. Inter comes back in huge though with a double kill, and she's saving the day. She puts on her cape. She looks for Ginny, the super villain in the story, with a classic right. What? Oh my gosh! Left clicks and she nails it perfectly, but still the defuse was stuck. Thankfully, X-Team Bo makes it an 11-3. Economy won't be too good though, Sleepy.
No, it won't. It won't. They are poor. But I love the trust they had for their teammate, though. I saw that, who was it, the KO, she was just sticking the spike without caring. Oh, no, it was actually the Breach, Olulu. She was just, whatever, you go fight Ginny. Yeah, I know she's good. I know she has only a classic, but she's good. But you know what? You fight her. I'll defuse, and they won because of it. But yeah, as you said, not much money. And I think X10S is privy to this. They are going to make use of that situation to the max. going into A and swarming into it. Oh, they spotted VK. VK is in so much trouble, but look at her teammate. They're already here.
Ooh. Well, they might be fast, but whether or not they can fend them off is a whole other thing, because X10S, they had that option. They are rotating. Alyssa is there to lurk, though, and that's where she could strike them from behind. Oh my goodness. X-Team Bo, they have to be so careful about this. They want to rotate, but they're not too sure how to go about it. As soon as the movement goes out, Alyssa tries to take one player down, but not quite landing the shot, and all of a sudden, Lulu starts a journey of her own.
Oh my god, you guys are faking? Oh my god, you guys are rotating? Are you guys playing VCT? Oh wait, they actually are playing VCT, and so it's fine, guys. That was such a good play and call from X10S. They might be able to pinch this player. Alyssa somehow slips out of their grasp.
She's buying so much time. She's buying so much time just by making noise, slipping away, hiding back inside a C. So the push is no choice but going from garage, and at this point, X10S, they know where it's coming from. All they gotta do is to watch down the angle, spray a couple of bullets through, suppressive fire. Alyssa finds Valentine. Enter the only one left, no choice but to die to the spike. Maybe not quite, going for some exit frags instead. But if you save this Spectre for the next round, oh no, that's terrible. Match point, 12-3. They don't have anything left, Sleepy. No. Oh my god, my heart's broken.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of hearts are broken, at least 5. 6, I guess, if you count yourself. 7, if you count the org owner, if there's an org behind X-Team Bo. 7, if you count the... Oh, wait, 8, if you count the coach, if they have a coach. And many more if there are fans watching X10S.
I've got your trail.
What are you doing to these people?
I think they don't have a coach. X10S has a coach.
Oh, yeah.
So the odds are insurmountable. But look at how they're trying to fight back. All inside of garage. They've got some sheriff. They've got some specters. And they're trying to fight back, taking garage. They can see long. Only player here is going to be Volley. Another one's going to be Ginny. If they can take her down as well, that would be better. They get some weapons to work with, but Muffin's denying that right. She's turning this entire thing into a firing range again. Spraying one by one, tapping their targets. It's a target-rich environment for X10S, who take it home 13-3 in this best of 5.
Wow. What a performance, individually and as a team. X10 Sapphire proves that they are the dominant one here. They are the first one to get that slot, and at least that's what they want to prove here today. And I think they're quite on track, Quack. 1-0, very quick one. I think it was barely, what, 30 minutes-ish that they've done this first map. I mean, this performance from X10S, it makes you question, why are they in LCQ in the first place, right? It's kind of unfair that they're here in LCQ being the gatekeepers of these other teams.
They really
It's
are.
called the last chance qualifiers for a reason. And somehow X10, with that performance, is here. And that's just...
They smurfing. I don't know what to say. They smurfing.
You're actually right. They're actually smurfing.
As smooth as a baby's butt, and they're smurfing.
Yep.
And these are our MVPs. The Astras, of course, but I think the entire team. Look at 5.4 KDA. 5.4.
No way, Genie. No way. That's just unfair. Look, nobody's below 2 KDA on the side of X10S, and unfortunately for X-Team Bo, only VK was able to get a KDA above 1. And it's just not comforting to see that your duelist is on 0.4 KDA. This is not the end, however, but it could be if they don't recover from this. So X10S, with the utter dominance they've shown, with 13k damage, 26% headshot percentage, you don't even have to compare the objective and frag wins. It's just non-existent. There's no comparison to do. It's just a whole different level from these two teams, at least for this map.
Yeah, truthfully difficult. I mean, they kind of started something. At least they managed to win the pistol at the start of the second half.
That's right.
And it shows that they still have something that they could go with. but they really do need to make use of this break to kind of think about how they want to approach the next map. Because the next map is going to be X10S's map pick. It's going to be another one of those chaos maps. It's Fracture.
Oh god. I mean, if you're so comfortable like you are, like X10S is in this map, Fracture, their own map pick, oh, that's gonna be even worse. And I almost don't want to watch it now if this is what is the preview for that second map later. But hey, you're right, X-Team Bo, they have a chance to reset. They have some time to talk about what's been going on, to fix and iron out some of those mistakes that we've been seeing in those post plans and those entries. It's not impossible, like you said, but I said that it was improbable. But I would love to be proven wrong. And VK, there's at least a ray of hope in it. It was still there, the performance that we needed to see from the players of X-Team Bo. And you're right, it's just not comforting that they won the first round, but then they almost lost their second round. It's worrying to say the least.
The fact that everyone died in that last, and with like Valentine trying to do something with his Spectre, but it's really rough when you're against a team like X10S who are constantly pushing out every part of the map, and you're just, it's difficult. But I think the one thing is, Haven's got 3 lanes, Fracture kind of has 4. Maybe they can work with something there.
All right, we'll see if that's going to happen. 4 lanes is coming to you guys in just a bit, so let us take a quick break before we go into our map 2 in the upper bracket finals to determine who's that first team going to Elite. We'll be right back.
Coming off the bench now. Waiting for this moment, swinging for the fence now. Coming off the bench now. Gotta get up, cause we about to get down. Coming off the bench now. Waiting for this moment, swinging for the fence now. Coming off the bench now. Gotta get up, cause we about to get down.
3 on Haven, but who knows what's going to happen on Fracture in this upper bracket final best of 5. Welcome back, folks, to the VCT Game Changers APAC LCQ. Hey, I'm Quack. This is Sleepy, and we are still at it with X10S versus X Team Bo.
Ah, man, well, it was not much of a game. I'll be honest.
Oh no!
I mean, first map went through like
knife
it was
through
nothing.
butter.
Yeah, knife through butter. Hot knife through butter, we should say. But X Team Bo, there were glimpses where it looked like they were gonna pull back. You know, like there were rounds where they managed to get the man advantage, even though they were pressured so much. But most of the other times, it looked like X10S, they knew exactly how to play against X Team Bo on this map pick of theirs. And again, there's something so worrying about, you know, knowing what's coming, but just not knowing what to do. And it's hopefully going to get resolved in the second map that is X10's pick. Not much hope there, you know, because it is X10S's pick. But X Team Bo, I sure hope they will figure something out here on the attacking side, as they will start there. And like you said, there are going to be 4 lanes, so they should be able to find something out of those 4.
Maybe a little bit more room to work with, right? Yes. I think you're onto something, though, because that really is kind of what it looks like. X Team Bo, they get pressured, but they all kind of stand around, not quite sure what to do. Maybe there's no clear leadership, or maybe they're not quite sure how to counter that push. And that's the thing. But with 4 lanes, with a map slightly bigger, like Fracture, they could just go quickly to the other side or something different. Then again, though, this is curious to me because while Fracture might be a favorite of X10S now, we haven't seen X Team Bo play Fracture before. No. Just like we had with WSF versus Best 6. No information on their composition.
We did talk about how we wanted to see that surprise factor play a part, and we did get surprise from the agent picks, but then it's just not working out too well. And so maybe now it's time for X Team Bo to think, oh, maybe we should stick with what we're comfortable with instead of trying for that surprise effect. And why don't we just play to our best abilities? And maybe then they can afford to play with more flexibility. And maybe then they'll be able to problem solve more quickly because they're so comfortable with the agent composition. Otherwise, they're going to get stuck like what we saw there on Haven, where they were just stuck and getting caged in, and they were just waiting to get killed by X10S. We don't want that to happen here on Fracture, so I would hope to see more comfortable picks, like comfort picks from the players. I would love for them to do more stupid stuff. Like, believe it or not, stupid stuff can work in this game, you know? If you're stuck, and if you're gonna lose anyway, might as well try something stupid. If it works, it works, like you said.
Yeah, why not? Definitely. It's I don't know if stupid stuff is what I want to call it, but
well,
that's really what it is. If you're comfortable on it, and you might be able to problem solve a little bit better, problem solve a little bit more easier. However, again, they are definitely going up against giants. This is not a small team. This is a strong team, and they beat ARF 13-3 on Fracture. And their composition is an interesting one as well, because if I'm not wrong, when they have that Sage, we had Muffin on Neon, now she's on Chamber.
Okay.
Baby TZ is the one that goes on Neon.
Oh, God.
Might be swapping some roles around, but this composition looks very familiar. I think Paper Rex plays this, you know?
Oh, yeah. With a very fast-paced plays, and I think both teams can replicate that exact same gameplay. With only one difference, there is no Sage on the side of X Team Bo. Instead, we have a Raze. And without a Sage, Raze's nades might not be as effective, but she will still be able to defend quite nicely. And now on attack, they have 2 duelists that can just open up ways for X Team Bo to get into a site. So it's looking okay in terms of the draft. They are very aggressive, very stacked in terms of their utilities. But then again, on defense, there's Alyssa playing Sage, so the delaying capabilities on their side is just insane.
It's something that, again, the potential is so high, and then X10 are gonna have to be very, very careful. Already delaying just by a bit, buying out information. They know the hit's coming towards me, but look at what's happening on the minimap, Sleepy. Where are they going? Ooh, a bit of a flank?
Yeah, I think they're going for a double flank, but now they've cleared the attacker's base. And now they know that it's the B hit coming from the side of X10 Bo, and they're going to do the same thing they did on Haven, which is wrap around and cage their players in. This is a problem if they don't break out. They have to clear either B main or arcade and try to not be caged in, and that's exactly what they needed. Valentine, what a great shot, but they need to follow it up with more, and VK delivers with 2! You asked for 1, I'll give you 2, and make that 2 for Muffin as well! What in the world is going on? Let's not make this happen, shall we? Please, just swing! There you go! And with that, X10 Bo will manage to clear out the players from X10S, winning their first pistol on this map. That's a great start, Swag.
Huge boost to team confidence, huge boost to team morale, and that's what we need in such dire straits. I mean, incredible shots coming in, especially with VK with a double, but Muffin as well. I mean, she's no slouch. It's just that when it comes down to it with the numbers advantage, X10 Bo knows what to do. They swing together, 3 players against 1, and they overwhelm Muffin altogether.
Love it. That's the kind of confidence that we want to see from X10 Bo. You know you have the advantage, just use it. Don't go and respect your opponents too much that you're afraid, and that gives you room to make mistakes. And now they're going to group up towards A. Looking like against A, drop, execute. And I think it's about timing for Valentine. That's going to be a spray on 2! And Valentine will open up A side as their teammates flood into the side. And now they're just going to have to defend. And again, an advantage, use it.
Here.
Just lovely. 2 kills so quick. Closer and closer to her ultimate. Ginny trying to regress off of it. Does pick her off though, but here comes VK swinging as wide as possible, and then the trade from Inter. They clean things up. Losing 2 players, not the worst thing in the world, not great, but still okay. They get to buy back, and if Valentine picks up an alt point, she gets a tour de force.
What is Ginny's classic made of though? This is what we saw last map too, right? That round where they
were diffusing.
Yeah, they were diffusing, and Ginny was just left clicking. Dude, it's not even a classic right click. It's the classic left click for Ginny, and she almost always gets a kill with it. That's not cool, man. That's not cool.
She's just that sharp, you know. It's like she's holding a Glock. She goes pop, 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 pop. But you know what? No classics this time. It's a Vandal. We've got Muffin starting things off with the headshot to boot, and this drop execute.
Right there.
Not sure if it's going to work out too well. They heard that orb being picked up.
Oh, they're going to be prepared for this. Look at them. They're stacking 3 players, and even 4 now. So if they decide to get into the site now, maybe they can catch Poli. Poli, while being stunned, still gets a headshot onto a blinded Snow, and Baby TZ will be there to back their teammates up. 2 players once again caged in the defender's spawn. Oh my goodness, X10S, you know exactly how to play this game. You guys are good at this game. You should try going pro.
Yeah, try it. You never know. You might be able to make it to Berlin.
Maybe.
But hell no. I mean, that was a pretty good execute. They had the stuns and everything.
You're right.
Satchel onto the top of the site, but somehow, despite being stunned, Polly still got a shot.
No way, man. It's almost unfair that a stunned player can still shoot. You know, you should make it so that when you're stunned, you can't shoot. Then you can't get those lucky shots out, right? Then it's a fair game, right?
It's just still so darn impressive, though. And right now, that stalling comes back in again towards the B site, the wall, the slow orb. They're trying to break down the panels. They got some guns to work with. We got VK with a potential to set off the overdrive, but
I'm out of here.
do they have map control though, Sleepy?
That is a great question. They kind of do, but it's very limited because look at the push from X10S. That's A main entrance secured. They know there's a trap there, so they're just waiting for opponents to come into the crosshair.
That's right.
At the same time, Arcade is going to be the point of reference here. Flash comes out, the boombot is rolling, and the kills are coming, but to the side of X10S, that's not the plan at all. And thankfully, Inter will still get a trade, but it's coming.
Oh my god!
Down and flicks to get a
Spike
third
down,
onto
B.
the tunnels. And with that, once more, the man advantage goes to X10S. It's just
30
insane
seconds
how
left.
fast Alyssa responds to that.
How the heck? It's not just numbers advantage either. It's the spike being dropped.
Exactly.
She knows when the pressure is applied. She knows where to press it and when to go in for it to really make it hurt for X Team Bo. And now, despite
Last
holding the
player
angles,
standing.
VK
No.
peeks
10
out,
seconds
instantly
left.
gets deleted. One more
Ace.
player left, Valentine.
Ace.
Yeah, you can
Ace.
tell she's calling for it. Like, give it
Ace.
to me. They're so
Ace.
disciplined, though.
Yeah.
You
my
were
God,
a
I
bugger.
hate it. Go for the ace! Go
am
for the
a
ace, Alyssa! Okay, never mind. You want to win. All right, I get it. You guys want to go to Elite, don't you? All right. Discipline
Yeah,
all
they're
the way
trying to go
Olympics.
pro, Sleepy. Why are you trying to make them lose?
Oh,
my
my
gosh.
goodness. Thank God this isn't ranked. Otherwise, they're going to get called cringe. Oh my God, you guys are faking? You guys are rotating? Come peek me. Come peek me.
Such tryhards. Ugh.
Tryhards. Ew. But thankfully, they're in a pro circuit, so everything's good. I love it. X10S recovering quite nicely. It is now a 2-2 again, Quack.
Yo, I'm more interested in the ultimates for this round. Muffin with the tour de force. She's locking out the angles, locking out Arcade. And if you look at X Team, Bo, they've got 3 ultimates to work with. We got VK waiting to go overdrive, just looking for that opportune moment to strike when the iron's hot.
Not gonna come anytime soon, though, as they're still lying in wait in that brimstone smoke that just popped down. So that's 20 seconds more on the clock. But they'll have to wait. The wall will get destroyed now that timer's run out. And oh, baby TZ, you are so sneaky. I love it. It's important, though, that Foley dropped away the attention, but no! I think she's getting cold feet. Had to pull out the fast lane, but
1 minute remaining.
Alyssa will never be broken into in the side, while Foley also cleans up. And with that, 3-2 advantage goes to X10S. And finally, now we're going to see a full gun.
3-2, and it's 3 rounds in a row that XNS has won. I mean, such unbelievable A main control, A site control. Alyssa just anchoring down because they've gone for drop strats already. She knows that she just needs to hide below the site. And at the same time, Polly, the sky smoke timing, baby TZ into the
You
corner.
want to play?
It is
Let's
so
play.
good. The ultimates that X Team Bo spent were all for naught. And this time around, they got some rifles, they got the tour de force, they're trying to aggress back, but
The push, though.
man, oh, they're getting
Got the
flanked.
timing!
Oh! Deleted again.
Yeah. And just like that, 5v3. My God. Dude, how many rounds have we seen X10S get the advantage in the first, like, 20 rounds? And then they just slowly wait for X Team Bo to just go into the crosshair and boom, another round on the leaderboard. On the scoreboard, I should say.
Oh my god. And not just that, like, look at this. They got 2. They're not, like, overheating or anything.
No.
Ginny has the game sense to tell they could be an A main, guys. I'm gonna send out an aftershock. I'm gonna send out a fault line just to check. Let's play this carefully. Let's not push out too much. Like, they're not giving up their advantage. This is so good.
This is the material of a pro team. This is a recipe for success for most teams. And not a
30
lot of teams
seconds
can
left.
do this. You know, just staying still. Staying still is so hard to do. And if you have ever played in a team, or even in a ranking, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And X10S, they're making it look so easy to do just that. And 5v3, they're gonna initiate the retake before the spike even goes down. Alyssa's just gonna she's gonna get all 3! And recovers the operator. And gets another round for X10. And I think this might be the beginning of the end for X10.
Oh my! Is that it? We flip the pages, we close the chapter. That's the end of the story.
Yeah.
X-Team Bo, they tried to get onto site. Alyssa, in the middle of her sprint, she shot down VK.
Yeah.
And that takes skill, and she's sitting at the top of the scoreboard now, 9-3. What's her at? What's her Instagram, her Facebook, her Twitter? Anyone know? Like,
anyone, just shout it out.
For this girl.
Yeah. And another entry for X10 in the first 10 seconds, like that, 5v4. It is an anti-eco round though, so it might not be as impressive, but still an advantage nonetheless. And once again, you see, look at how X10 is always pinching X-Team Bo every time they're trying to do a post plan. They're gonna go for A main control. They're gonna go and swamp together at the same time. A main is gonna take a fight, and then drop is gonna drop. But hey, Olulu!
Amateur.
Oh no, she pulled out the knife. She's gonna try and flash into a kill. Ginny is well prepared for it. She might have high sensitivity, so she was able to dodge that flash. And with that, another round goes to X10, and it was almost a good try from Olulu, but they weren't expecting that third player, that is Ginny. And with that, another round goes to X10.
Pretty damn good. I mean, maybe it's partially due in fact to the fact that X-Team had nothing but sheriffs to work with.
That's right. That's right.
They got the spike down, and I think that's what they really wanted. But there's that potential for them to come back around and fight back against X10 that way. So now that they have the full buys, hopefully this round is where it comes out. They've got 2 ultimates. They've got the breach ult, and they've got the orbital strike. Surely that does something.
Ready.
Surely. Oh god, don't make me say that word. Surely they make something work. Rolling Thunder goes off.
Execute.
Going on to the side. Nothing is there though, so they're not gonna find anything of that Rolling Thunder except for the side itself. And just as the fast lane goes down, Muffin finds another free kill with the operator. Again and again, we see so many operator kills without any refrag potential. Valentine is aware of this flank coming, but the stun, the relay button is so perfectly placed, and with that, a retaliation. A counter Rolling Thunder is gonna find Enter, and Alyssa, of course, is the one leading the charge.
Last enemy remaining.
Charge. There is no time. No, what are you gonna do? The defuse is happening. You're not even trying. Come on, just defend the spike defuse. It's 6-2 is the final scoreline. Snow finding kills, but to what end?
Wow, it's like Haven on C all over again. They get the site, they get the spike, but X10s are just that fast. They don't give them time to breathe. They don't give them space to set up for any post plants. They just go in so fast, and sometimes it starts with Alyssa, sometimes it starts with Muffin getting the first pick off as soon as that fast lane dropped down.
Yeah. We should take a break. This is good. X10 is slowing down. That's our cue to take a break. Correct?
All right. You gonna take a drink?
I'll do it later. Because something might happen here.
I know.
They're so close to each other there, right? And this is something we've seen before. Baby TZ tucked in a corner. Polly going to bait for her. It's just going to be up to Baby TZ to actually check, because Polly defends her teammate quite nicely while Baby TZ slides and kills again! How many times have you seen her slide and get 3 kills like that?
Oh my
That's
God.
just unfair, Baby TZ. Unfair, I tell you.
Such deep A main control as well. If you're X-Team, you cannot go into this spot any longer. It's just thankful that they didn't drop the spike there yet.
They're just pinched again. Look at the angles that X10s have covered.
Yep.
Baby TZ's on the other side, Muffin's on the other. And the only way they can go somewhere else is through the zip line, but we're going back in.
30 seconds left.
And well,
Oh no.
that is just absurd how Genie is spraying randomly and getting a headshot towards that last bullet she sprayed before taking cover to reload. that's leaving
spotted.
Lulu and Snow.
All it takes, one pre-aimed shot. That's all Ginny needs. Muffin holding the angle
10
as well.
seconds
They
left.
got no room
One
to escape,
enemy
and
remaining.
that's the shot.
Spike down, attacker spawn.
Send it. They get it. Clean things up. Only losing Baby TZ, and it's still all good. All G. 7-2. I can't believe what I'm seeing, Sleepy.
It's so textbook from X10 as that's the problem. This is the problem we saw in Haven too. This is textbook
10
textbook
seconds left.
aiming.
One enemy remaining.
That
Smoker
X Team
spawn.
Bo knows exactly what's going on in there, but they just can't do anything about it. The same exact thing happened on Haven, where X10 took A long control and X Team Bo just didn't know how to deal with it. And the only silver lining in all this is they're farming ultimates. But even then, they used it and didn't get any rounds. And now they're down to, what, 3 orbs on Lulu, 1 orb on Inter. They have to farm that back up before trying to get into another round. And you know what? While they're farming that, I think X10 is just going to get the rounds.
Yeah. They got 3 rounds left, Sleepy. That's all they need for...
That's all they have.
And just to put things into perspective, the only 2 wins that X Team has gotten so far was at the start of the half. It's 7 rounds in a row for X10S. Take a look at the top of your screen. That's unbelievable. It's once Muffin has her operator, once the rest of the squad are in their positions, controlling A main, controlling Dish or anything else, it's so tough for X Team to do anything. They're desperate. They're buying out the Bucky. They got some Spectres. I don't know how well this is going to work, though.
I like this. I like this change of pace from X Team Bo. They're going to go
fast.
for that early
look at the
control
corner.
towards
No!
Okay. Oh, she got one. Okay. But then the trades again.
Come
Oh,
on.
that is
One
unfair.
enemy
She was
remaining.
blinded. Full blinded.
down,
And she
B.
still got the kills. And Snow is left in a 1v4, only with a Spectre, though. She's going to swing her.
She's dueling against them with a Spectre against the Prelude to Chaos Vandal. This is the Prelude to Chaos. The Chaos is the symphony, and X10S are the conductors.
I'm just trying to think about
One
what
enemy remaining.
X Team can do here.
Spike.
They've tried changing the pace. They tried playing slow, but they just get sandwiched. Maybe they should try forcing their way out from B main. I don't think they've tried that. They tried A main, they tried Dish quite a few times. Didn't work out either. They're going for it again towards drop. And this time it's a 5-man stack. It's just all of them going through drop. Oh, this is actually gonna be bad if they are getting stopped by a slow orb. But thankfully this time they got a free plant. Oh, this is looking good for X Team Bo. Now they just have to go for the post plant.
Managed to hold it. That would be good. Got some utilities too. XNS have some ultimates as well now, so this could be very scary. But they destroy Baby TZ first. That's pretty good to go. Paulie coming back in with a bit of a trade. Some players still hiding on top of the drop. Orbital Strike comes in, buying time, playing post plants. Enter, you're too far. They've already gotten on the side. 3 players left. I don't know how this is happening. They're sticking it all the way through. She tries to peek, but it's not enough. That Muffin just ends it with the hammer to the face.
Last
It's
round
9-2.
before the
This
switch.
is unbelievable, Sleepy.
Right here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say. It's so unfortunate. They got the side. They got a 5v5 post plant, but they just can't hold it.
God.
And they tried everything too. They tried going for aiming, re-control. They went for the dish control, but then the smokes from Foley just went there at the perfect time to stop any chance or possibility from X Team Bo to retake from dish. It's just not working out for X Team Bo. But the only thing that's giving me hope still is they at least got 2 rounds, and hopefully they'll be able to deal with his operator with a relay bolt or a flash.
Yeah, or fault line even. Force Muffin out of her scope, and then maybe she has to rendezvous away.
Flash. That's good. Oh, they're gonna get the entry to the side now, and they're gonna catch Alyssa while being stunned. And this is great entry from X10 and Valentine, even catching Baby TZ off guard. But Poli will be able to get the trade. Surely this time.
Last
it's a
player
4v2.
standing.
And VK just goes on with that overdrive, hitting a third kill, and Poli not taking the corner, still being able to survive. Okay, but it's a 1v.
Come on, VK.
Not, right? Lulu with a one-step Guardian, thankfully, wins the round for X10 Bo, and at least they
Switching sides.
And you know that magic number, 9-3. That's what we're looking for.
It's something.
It is something. And this is the confidence, the aggression that we needed from X Team. The rage to just pop off. They knew that Muffin was always holding tree. But it's easy to deal with that with just breach utilities or anything else. The flashpoint, the aftershock, force her out of position, and then go in together as a team, and then hold it post-plant. I think the difference this time was that VK went off on a bit of a rampage with her overdrive. Taking out 3 players made all the difference.
Yeah, and this is really what made me happy that round. Like, we saw how X10 Bo, they know exactly how they can enter the sites, and they did enter the sites a few times. They just couldn't hold it, and this time they decided to not only take the site, but they decided to take extra control by going for more kills before settling on those post-plant positions. Otherwise, it would have been the same as the previous rounds, where they did take the site, they try to go for a 5v5 post-plant, they lose out in duels, they lose out in utilities, because they spent most of their utilities going into the site. They wouldn't have any more to defend the site. But now, before they even give a chance for X10S to retake, they go for the kills. And you saw how Alyssa was caught off guard. Muffin was also caught in tower, so there was no chance for them to go and delay. And because of that, they were able to get even further positions, even deeper positions. And those lurk from Valentine was also great. Baby TZ just got caught. Poli did get some trades, but it was Poli. Poli only had a smoke and a molly. What is she going to do in a 1v3?
That's right. Still some kind of crazy plays, though. I mean, Snow was trying to catch her off on a bit of an off-angle lurk as well. Poli still able to correct onto that.
That was insane.
It's X10S. They are insane. But you know what? 9-3. If X10 Bo can pick up the pistol round, they stand a better fighting chance in the second half. Hopefully they can do it. They will be swapping over onto the defensive side. Maybe that's where they start to feel a little bit more comfortable as well.
And I've always said this, I think Fracture is somewhat favorable for the defenders if they defend well, because the choke points are really small, right? People always say Fracture is an attacker-sided map. Sure, because there's 4 lanes, there's always that accessibility to all these other sides. They can always rotate back if they want to. But at the same time, defenders are also favored in the sense that these angles are tight. So if you have a utility, you have nades, you have relay bolts, you have fault lines, you can get stuck in those corners and hallways, and you're not going to get into the side easily, my friends. So hopefully X10 Bo is going to make use of that, and they have to show us that they can do that right about now, Quack.
It's pretty toy, but you know, we said the same thing about Haven. I'm very scared of like jinxing or anything. X10 Bo, they really need to make this one work. And interestingly enough, Inter, she's got a shorty. She's hiding in a corner somewhere. VK trying to aggress in towards bench. Instantly met with so much utility, but the stun works out because Snow's paint shells take down Ginny.
Exactly what we're talking about. Small corners, throw a nade, you can't run.
Fully smoked.
That's one victim down, and that's Genie, the IGL. Now they're gonna go for A. Oh, what is that? That is a great headshot mid-air, and Muffin will happily welcome Valentine into a great. And well, it's a 4v4 retake, so now they first have to really destroy those walls. Yeah, destroy the wall first, and then try and go for the retake.
Polly's just gonna drop her incendiary after the wall, though. Oh my goodness. They have to try to go in through A main, but there's Muffin coming in from behind. She's got the headhunter, and she's taking down heads. She's taking names. She's kicking butt. And 2 players instantly gone. Only 1 left. Inter trying to peek out. But Polly lands the perfect left click. 10-3. This is not the start that they needed.
It wasn't, and you can see the planning that went into X10S's post plan, right? As you said, they erected a wall, and as the walls were getting destroyed, Polly was already ready with her incendiary, right? So it was always happening in their heads. You know, what are we gonna do to delay X-Team Bo even further? And unfortunately, it didn't help that Muffin was hitting headshots like that. So X-Team Bo, they tried, but it was not enough. So yet again, another pistol round goes to X10S. It's
such a prepared strat that originally they wanted to go in arcade. One player died, they instantly knew they had a plan B in motion. This time around, straight in towards A. And Valentine being alone, not being able to do all that much. Not to mention the trademark being triggered. It's a little bit clear where some of these X-Team Bo players are coming from, and X10S are prepared for this.
Yes, they are. But there are 4 players towards drop, though. So if they just swarm, maybe they can overwhelm the players on the side trying to defend. But they find him, though, and the timing! What was that? 2 seconds, then everything's gone and done. And with that, 11-3, they are 1 run away from match point. X10S, X-Team Bo, they need to stop them right now with their rifles. So the good news is they do have the weapons advantage. But the thing is, I don't think it matters much when you're playing close corners. So let's see if X10S can close the distance, and can X-Team Bo make use of those choke points to delay them even further.
They're fanning out across the map. I think they've been discouraged from playing aggressively X-Team Bo because they want to hold on to their rifles. So now just trying to play off of information. They kind of know that X10S are towards a main. Question is, though, do they go up front to take the fight? They don't want to. They're backing off. It's going to come down to these smokes and their post-plant utilities. The wall comes up again, but instantly shut down by VK. Still, though, pushing out of the sky smoke, and it's going to be Muffin! Instantly flicking the head-to-head. She gets 2, but then the trades come in. VK Olulu trying to find a little bit more, but they get traded as well. VK down to 21 HP. That's not good. Valentine peeking out, getting tagged down to 30 HP. That's even worse.
Oh, God.
Just not much that they can do at this point. Maybe a fast lane to get in a little bit closer, but you've got 3 players to work against. You don't know where they are. This is terrible, Sleepy. This is so bad. They lose this round, it's going to go match point. VK just spinning around on the ropes, trying to escape and hold on to her rifle for dear life. Oh my God, they're hunting her down!
Oh God, they found her. VK cannot even hold on to her rifle, and Valentine might not even have a chance to do the same. And we see Polly just clearing that. Oh, she does, and she even hits a headshot!
This is the nightmare on Elm Street, and Polly is Freddy Krueger hunting you down in your dreams. You cannot escape. Nowhere to hide.
Polly should audition for those Halloween movies. Chasing down victims.
She got the
finding them.
Almost died, and suddenly just flicks to the hit. What?
Man.
Match point?
Dude,
wait.
There's
2 judges.
Match point.
You want to play? Let's
2
play.
judges.
Okay. I mean, if they can close the distance, yes, but we've seen how X10 were so good in terms of disabling them, in terms of keeping a distance, so I'm not sure about this. They only have 1 satchel on Snow as well, and so for her to jump into any of the players from X10S is going to take a little bit more effort, and hopefully X10S are going to be the one coming to her, and it looked like it might happen.
Oh. Well, will X10S get a little bit careless in order for X-Team Bo to keep their dreams alive? Not much movement. The tension is immense. No one making a single sound, a single peep. Slowly creeping up onto B. Oh no, Sleepy.
Nobody on the side, but might be able to find a timing here. But the wall again, just denying any chance for X-Team Go to delay the plans. And with that, the side is again, once again, an X10 side's favor.
Oh.
And oh god, Muffin is found. That's good. That's a great stun, and the follow-up is good.
One enemy
Alyssa,
remaining.
maybe TZ Bully with 2 as well, leaving only Enter in a 1v4, and with the judge at hand, what can you do, Enter?
Oh no,
Show us
one's
something
behind her.
good.
No, not much time either. She's just jumping around. She's
Attackers
revealed herself.
win.
She's getting tagged and slowed down. And at that point, an easy final shot through the skull to claim victory. X10S again in dominant fashion. Winning out 2 maps now in this best of 5.
And this is what we were scared about, right? This is X10S's pick on Fracture, so they were definitely more prepared. We did, again, dude, it's always so heartbreaking because there's always these glimpses where we saw that X-Team Bo could have managed something, you know, pull off a round that could have, you know, gone either way, but in the end, it's just X10 always clawing back into a round and always finding those crucial kills with the right timings and the utilities, man. I have to appreciate the utilities going into these sides as attackers. Players from the side of X-Team Bo, they were always almost either stunned and then easily killed, or they were allowed to get 1 kill and that's it. They were immediately traded, and this is the experience that X10S have shown us. And X-Team Bo,
Unbelievable.
I still believe in them. I still believe that they can pull off some things because we've seen some of the things that they can do. It's pretty good, but in terms of aim, you can just see from the scoreboard, Quack. It's 0.7, 0.5, 0.6. Yeah.
I mean, numbers aside, I mean, the stats are amazing, but how many times did we see Alyssa come up with multi-frags in that first half? How many times did we see X10S players, not just one of those players, every single one of them, they are able to land insane shots, insane flicks, whether it's Polly flicking onto an off angle, some other player just hitting someone who was mid-flight, mid-sprint. They're still able to tag them in the head, slow them down.
Yeah.
It is just, they are that strong.
Yeah,
that skill.
It is a shooting game, so you have to know how to shoot, and X10S definitely knows how to shoot. Not saying X-Team Bo don't know how to shoot. They did pull off some crazy shots as well, but consistency is a thing, you know. And if you can consistently hit your shots, then you'll be in a better position. And so far, I guess the score just tells a story, you know. 13-3, 13-3. There's some consistency in there for X10S as well as X-Team Bo, but not the good kind for X-Team Bo. So they'll need to find a solution to it. And again, this is the time for them to really think about what they want to do. Look at this. Valentine found a great timing. They were also in a very good position to capitalize on the advantage in the second half, but in the first half, but they just cannot find the momentum. And that allowed X10S to just roll with it.
Once those rifles came in, like any semblance of finding momentum kind of got dashed. And Alyssa just going crazy. Almost got an ace at one point too. But that said, I think, look, that round number 12 from X-Team Bo, that was the one that they won. I think that was a round where you could see they do have the chops.
Yeah,
they had VK going crazy. They had Valentine on that lurk.
Yep. And
it's possible.
It's just too bad that they did not have enough rounds to replicate that, because it was a 9-3 half and they lost the pistol. So if only they won more rounds and they had more room to play with, maybe we could have seen more out of them in that second half, but it just didn't work out that way because again, the first half really matters. The scoreline and that end of first half is really going to dictate what you can and cannot do in the second half. And in this instance, it was X10 that took the driver's seat again. So congrats to them, 2-0. They still have one more map to win. Or will we see X-Team Bo quack?
We never quite know. The next map is going to be Bind.
Oh, yeah.
Will X-Team Bo actually fight back? keep your eyes peeled because we're going to go for a quick break. But after that, perhaps X10 Bo will fight back.
Coming off the bench now. Waiting for this moment, swinging for the fence now. Coming off the bench now. Gotta get up, cause we about to get down. Coming off the bench now. Waiting for this moment, swinging for the fence now. Coming off the bench now. Gotta get up, cause we about to get down. Coming off the bench now. Waiting for this moment, swinging for the fence now. Coming off the bench now. Gotta get up, cause we about to get down. Coming off the bench now. Waiting for this moment, swinging for the fence now. Coming off the bench now. Gotta get up, cause we about to get down. Coming off the bench now. Waiting for this moment, swinging for the fence now. Coming off the bench now. Gotta get up, cause we about to get down. Coming off the bench now. Waiting for this moment, swinging for the fence now. Coming off the bench now. Gotta get up, cause we about to get down. We back again. I'm bouncing up before they count to 10. We back again. Tell your mother, brother, sister, and your friends. We back again. I'm bouncing up before they count to 10. We back again. Tell your mother, brother, sister, and your friends.
Another destroying map, 13-3 on Fracture, but some semblance of hope as we move forward into Bind. Welcome back to the VCT Game Changers APAC LCQ. Hey, I'm Quack. This is Sleepy. Dude, do you think X10 Bo can actually come back here?
Honestly, I think they can, and this is the map they can do it on. And this is the first step because Bind historically is the worst map for X10S. So if they can capitalize on this map, then maybe they can start shifting the momentum into their favor, and maybe then we can see some of the players pop off. Because honestly, when you come to a point where there's nothing left to lose, like what is happening right now, although it is not really well. It is. There is nothing to lose because if they lose here, even they are still gonna have a chance in lower brackets. But of course, they don't want that. And on this map, this bind map, this is their chance to try and shift that focus to themselves, shift the spotlight to their players, and show us some really good shots from each of them.
I think in a more controlled environment, they probably can do that. See, the problem with Haven and Fracture was X10S were in control. X10S were the ones consistently pushing it to them, bringing the fight to them, and kind of puppeteering them, pulling those strings. They knew exactly in every single round where those X-Team Bo players would be just because they took up so much space, had so much map control, whether on defense or on attack. This time on Bind, though, slightly different. Maybe you can do some crazy plays with the teleporter, but not that much.
No.
If X-Team Bo can actually play to their comfort zone, play to their feels of just controlling the map in their own spot, I think they really would be able to pick off X10S.
Yeah, and we talked about confidence from X-Team Bo, and we saw a bit of that here and there in some of the rounds they played. And it worked out pretty well when they do show us that confidence, with VK just sliding in to just go hunt for kills before settling in for a post plan. We needed more of those, right? Otherwise, it's just going to give so much space to X10S to try and regroup and pinch them into a caged area. And that's when things just fall apart for X-Team Bo. So they can't allow themselves to get caged in. They need to break out, and they need to tell X10S to their faces that no, I will not be your prisoner, because if you are staying as prisoners, then you are just gonna stay there forever. And
all right,
let's hope they can break out.
Where's my razor? I'm gonna shave off my head. Let's go full Michael Schofield. This is Prison Break now.
No, this is not Prison Break. But
Come on.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's see it. Quack, do it.
No, I don't actually have one right now. One day, maybe.
Nice
I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Good save.
I'm gonna, go get that bald buff like Sassy and Tombiz and
yeah.
Maybe I'll actually hit Immortal and Radiant someday. But
oh,
this Unbind, I really do think this is where they could do it, because it's a lot tougher for you to cage in your opponents that way, right?
That's true. That's true.
The way the map is laid out. However, if we take a look at agent compositions again, this is where things get a little bit nervous for me.
Yeah,
my heart's palpitating. X10 Sapphire, they go for a double controller. They go for that post-plant lineup type of... We hate it, but that's what they do.
That's what they do. And it works, that's the worst thing. It works, so... I hope X-Team Bo has done the research. I'm pretty sure they did. They should know that X10, as they love playing with the double controllers, they love to delay as much as they can, those post-plans and those early rounds. So... one thing I would love to see from X-Team Bo is go for an agent comp where they can just go aggressive and explosive, Do a double duelist. Do a classic Jet Raze if you have to. Maybe not Jet Raze. Maybe Raze with Neon. Even Neon would be a pretty good pick at this point. Maybe not Unbind. Not a lot of people play Neon Unbind. But the point is, I would love to see some compositions out of X-Team Bo where you can just go aggressive in an instant, to make use of that timing in between the two controllers switching between their utilities. Because let's say X10S is on defense. The strength of double controllers on defense is they can keep delaying nonstop with their utilities, with the Viper's Wall, with the Brimstone Smoke that lasts forever. So if you just wait and wait and wait for those to go away, that's not happening. So you have to find a timing to go before they have a refresh on those utilities, and I hope they can do it right now.
Yeah, dive right in, especially with Snow on the Raze. Break their defensive formations, force them to disperse, and then pick them off bit by bit. And I think that's something that they could do. Maybe they don't have the double duelist, but they do have that double initiator. It's not just any initiator as well. It's the one with the flashes, it's the one with the prowlers, and it's very, very doable.
Yeah, I honestly think this is a very good lineup against what X10S is bringing on. And again, double controllers, they do have that delaying capability, but they don't have that much damage in terms of burst damage. So if X10 Bo decides to just go in, then X10 will not have too many options to delay them, aside from those that you have like nades. Even mollies are not burst damage. You have to stand on top of it to get damage. So I'm liking it. I'm liking this. It's looking very positive for X10 Bo in terms of the agent comp. But of course, everything comes down to this, Quack. Everything comes down to the games, to the players, to the decisions that they're making in the microseconds of every round. So let's see if X10 Bo can overcome their previous losses. Here we go.
Third map of this best of 5. Either X10S takes it all the way and then instantly qualifying to VCT Game Changers APAC Elite, or X-Team Bo gets sent down to the lower bracket final. Starting things off instantly, the Trailblazer comes out, Baby TZ lining up the shot, not quite landing it, but info gained, and she instantly rendezvous away. Teammate inside of Hookah still control, and she's looking for those picks. 2 shots spent. Now she's got 4 left. Trailblazer gets sent down as well, just to confirm. They take out the the haunt, but not quite seeing it yet.
This is interesting. X10 has put 2 controllers on the same side, which is A. And if X-Team Bo decides to go to B right now, there's no controllers there available to close off those angles. But if they decide to TP, which they look like they're going to do that, that might become a nightmare because they're going to push into 2 controllers. So what I'm hoping right now, for X-Team Bo's sake, don't TP and just go execute B. Please. Oh god, they're TPing, aren't they? They are.
Oh, they're thinking about it. They're scared, Sleepy.
No!
The confidence, it's diminishing now because of those previous games. They don't want to take those duels against them, and it's kind of hurting them. Polly's just hiding so close, making use of the poison cloud one way. If they go up front, at this point, it's an easy right click for her. Look at this, picking them out one by one. It's a choke point, and Ginny collects on huge double kills for Muffin and Ginny, and Snow is the only one left. Not much utility at all either. In fact, no utility. 10 seconds is all she has, and as soon as she peeks out, she might just be picked off apart. The classic from Alyssa. Tag a little, and then the headshot. It's painful.
Sometimes I hate when I'm right, Quack. It's literally what we talked about in that mid-round, where I thought they shouldn't TP, man. They should not TP into 2 controllers at A. It's gonna take forever for them to wait out those smokes, the poison cloud, the mollies, the delays. And it's just insane. So now X-Team Bo, if they're aware of this, then they should have a game plan. Oh, 2 controllers are at A? Why don't we just burst right into B then? And if they can just think of that, I think they'll have a great chance to get a side control and do a post plant. And again, Bind is a little bigger than the previous 2 maps in terms of the spaces. They shouldn't be caged in too easily.
Technically, but why do you have to be right, Sleepy? Why are you so smart?
I'm sorry, dude. It's my brains.
Coach Sleepy's brains, and he's predicting the future. X-Team just terrified of peeking out. They are unable to find a single pick. And now thinking about going in to take hookah control, they might just go in for that waterfall strat of exploding onto B site, but
oh yes, please.
The trademark's there. They're terrified of the teleport potential. I mean, look at what's happening on the minimap. Oh, Muffin going through.
What?
Oh,
they're actually just going for it. The page shots, the TPs, but hey, look at the trade. It's actually not too bad, and Snow is actually still surviving in a 1v2.
This is winnable.
30 seconds
It's
left.
actually winnable because she's gonna recover some guns, I think. Or are they all stuck inside the TP? No!
Oh no!
That is so unfortunate. If only she had a Spectre in her hands. But a classic is not gonna do too much, especially at that range
10
against
seconds
Ginny.
left.
But at least he's gonna get a plant, so that's not too bad going into the next round.
Plant, get that money.
Maybe
And of
even
course they
clutch
are
it
trying to
with
play
right
long
click classic.
range.
Go right click classic, clutch this. Easy.
Jumping right click?
Here we
Go
go.
back to episode 2.
Oh.
No!
Why do you have to be so aware, baby TZ? Come on.
the game sense on the X10S players, like they're reading a lot of these situations perfectly, instantly knowing where they probably would be positioned, how to play around it. It's so good.
And yeah, it is unfortunate. All the guns dropped are inside the teleporter, so there was no chance for Snow to recover it because there was no time.
You can smell it.
Yeah.
You know it's there. I want to pick it up, but I can't. Unless you go through a teleport, but you don't have time if you do that.
No,
so
no.
Back into it. This time they've got the rifles. Baby TZ though, you gotta watch out for her. She's got the hit hunter, especially at that angle.
Michelle, and this is, I love it. Look at this. They're actually listening to what I'm saying, dude. Don't go A, double controllers. Just go B, but they're slowing things down. So this is the problem. Playing against double controllers, you're always going to get delayed like this. So I just hope that they are brave enough to just go through it. Brute force into one of these sites, not caring about the smokes, mollies, poison clouds, or the toxic screens. Just go for it. I think they can. They can just burst into the sites, and I know they have the aim to do it, but they're just not brave enough to do it, Quack.
It's the mental game for sure. I mean, you clear out some of the corners, the Boombot maybe, you get Olulu to support you with the flashes, and you can definitely take control of Hookah, but they're afraid to do that right now. Instead, they're bursting onto A's site instead, straight into lamps, but inside of the smoke, Muffin still finds one.
Nice.
Sure, good for a single frag though. 3 for the Bo, and now 4. And Snow has control over lamps. Looks for the next one. It's Baby TZ coming in from spawn. Surely they know where she is. Surely they hold down the angle. And of course, Inter is the one who cleans things up. Finally, a more standard round where we start to see X Team Bo come back into the game.
And exactly what we talked about again. Just burst in there. They do have the aim. They do have the trading capabilities. And once they commit, they can just take control of every single spot. They took U-hauls, they took side. They were in positions where it was not even expected by the X10S players. We need just to see more of those. Maybe even to B, maybe even to A-long, like whatever. Just don't respect X10S too much, I think.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go faster.
Neon
Sonic.
says that, right? Wait.
Huh? Yeah.
I guess they're both blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of spiky hair too, but okay. Back into it.
Both Filipinos?
I don't know about
Sonic
that.
is not Filipino, I don't think.
Look at this hookah control from X10S though. A bit of a crossfire this time. And this is maybe a situation where X Team's caution kind of pays off a little. They're thinking of pushing through though.
I think they are
they dry peeking this?
Oh, that's actually good. That they baited out the peek from the players on inside hookah.
Now they know.
But then again, they're not committing to anything, which might be a good thing because now it allows them to heal up. But then it also gives time for X10S to burst into the site and back them up. But I love this, Olulu and Enter just going into the site to trade for each other, and that's again what.
And then they can TP.
Exactly.
Oh!
This is perfect. This is what we needed to see from X Team Bo, and they're doing exactly the right things. And I'm really happy to see this. But Muffin!
Wait.
Oh no! This could be the party pooper with the pin shell and showstopper. It's not even her! It's Alyssa with the double kill with the Vandal. No time for them to plant the spike.
Oh no! Sleepy.
It was looking so good, man. It was looking so good.
Andy, why is this happening? Oh my god. It looked so good.
Party poopers, man. They're not fun. But they're good shots, though. So I guess that's why they're leading 3-1. Man. We could see X Team Bo winning that round, quite. It was so
I know.
close.
I'm sinking into my chair just thinking about it.
Oh, belong aggression though. Baby TZ pushing forward real quick, but the Prowler, are you gonna TP out? No! VK? That's a shot. I love
Vandal.
that. That's great. They have the Vandals. They
Wait,
have the entry
no,
for...
no. One satchel kind of messed up. All right, at least they're in, but the judge, they managed to trade, and now the spike getting planted. Hopefully, showstopper from Muffin though, so fast. Inter instantly trading back again. Do they have time to get the spike planted? They're not sure, so they're holding the angles, making sure that they don't quite push out so easily. But what is this? Polly instantly a double. Nightfall gets sent forward, and VK has to do this all alone. She only has a sheriff. Not sure how many rounds in the chamber as well. Surely it's been reloaded. They can't hear her. So she has a lot of initiative, but she's scared. She's stuck and trapped inside of Elbow. At this point, they've recovered their hearing.
I'll find you.
Sends out the Haunt back in towards Elbow, in and out of the pool. Where do you want to go, girl?
30
do you
seconds
pick up a
left.
rifle? Do you go through the teleporter? She doesn't have the spike though. That's the issue. A slow peek, and it's easy for Ginny to send a volley of bullets into her face. 4-1. X10S still dominant.
It's the X10S special, dude. They were just about to plant the spike, and they didn't allow that to happen. Just pop the showstopper, swarm and swing, double swing, triple swing, whatever. Just don't let them plant the spike. And we've seen this so many times from X10S. And the thing is, it was already great for X Team Bo that they got the side, they got some free kills with the sheriffs, but hesitation is just not it. But hey, this time they're trying to go and commit to A. A good delay for Alyssa. Another smoke. Look at that. Double smokes on A short and a Viper spit at Showers. This is why you hate to play against the double controllers. And honestly, it's not too bad for X Team Bo because now they know it's all in A. They can just decide to rotate.
Yeah, rush into B. There are no smokes there. Surely you can get in. The only two players you need to worry about, Ginny, Baby TZ, but they're not on like operators or anything.
No. You can go in there, but again, they're a little too cautious for their own good. But at least now they're going for it. Or are they?
Oh,
they're
the rotation's
not. They're
coming
going back
through now.
again. Wait, what is happening? They're just going back and forth and back and forth.
Baiting. Oh no. I think it's a little bit of like overthinking.
Yeah.
What?
What was that shot?
It's like a vertical position too. How do you...
Yeah.
What? Oh my god.
30 seconds left.
Walking into it. Oh! What? No way she got that too! And she has her paint shells prepared to cancel this plan. And she's actually gonna get that kill. 2 kills from Muffin with the paint shells! No! Okay, we'll get at least one, but that's the dog bite. And when you got bitten by the dog, you go ahead and roll on the ground. And this time you're not getting back up. 5-1 is the score for X10S. Ay, ay, ay. Muffin.
What in the world? With 2 shots and then the paint shells, instantly a quadra as soon as they tried to get
the
planted.
lineup is good. Look at that.
My god! And paint shells just to keep them trapped in too!
Yeah.
What? Oh my...
Okay, Muffin.
It's too good. Too good. 5-1.
Remember she popped her showstopper 2 rounds ago? She's 2 orbs away. So,
Oh, you're right.
So, well, there's a showstopper Snow, so she might be able to burst into Showers right.
You want to
This is
play,
good, but
let's
there
play.
is a flank though. And this delay is going to be it. If they can just delay them long enough, then Muffin should be able to find some kills here. And she's tucked into the small corner. Are they going to check it? Valentine,
Don't face check.
do you have a spidey sense to check it? What are
No.
corners? Corners are checked.
Oh!
That's great! Oh, no, thank you! Thank
Sleepy
you
is
for
so
checking
happy.
the corner. Oh my goodness, I love you.
It makes his brain all tingly and stuff. Anytime anyone checks a corner.
That was a hit of dopamine for me. Thank you.
And he's like, yes! Oh, I love it. Into the side they go though, and they have to make it fast, but Alyssa holding the off angle, instantly double kill. Getting destroyed by Valentine makes it an easy trade, but still, Snow plus Valentine, they need to make their way onto the side. They need to get the spike planted. They got destroyed by Baby TZ, hiding on the other side of the smoke. What is their plan now? It's only one player there that they have to deal with. Baby TZ relocating in towards labs. They don't expect this. Snow tried to check it, but no! The headshot's too good. It's all up to Valentine. She's got nothing but a tour de force. Maybe 8 rounds from the headhunter, but they all need to count. She knows she has Baby TZ's number. She dials it, gets the first one. We're back to a 1-on-1. Ginny, what is your plan? Slowly creeps up front. No utility either, but no! The shot whiffed, and Ginny sprays it downtown.
Oh man, that was so good too, Valentine. She was in a perfect position, but you could almost smell the hesitance, man. The hesitation from Valentine was almost too real that I can grasp it. Like, she has a tour de force, but she wasn't like 100% on that peak. But this was already so good, right?
Yes.
And I was hoping that as Ginny destroyed the TP, that's information for Valentine. I was hoping that she would just swing and peek and be confident. And we know she has the aim, but she's just not confident, and that's unfortunate. And props to Ginny too. Ginny was also great to be able to like find that spray in the end. So
such a mental game, and right now in X10 they are feeling so comfortable with shot, but that's okay. And instantly Baby TZ recovers. We saw this on Haven. She doesn't get bothered by any of this utility. She's so calm, she's so chill, so cool and confident. Anyone pushes out, she might have 1 round left, but she's still gonna make it count.
Teleport's ready. All set up.
we'll have to.
Thinking about TPing.
Yeah, again, they're just waiting for an opportune
Just rush
moment.
it.
Oh, wait.
Double satchel.
Can they just go right now? I think if they just go right now, Baby TZ is going to be such in an awkward position, but they decided to just jiggle into Baby TZ's crosshair once again. And just like that, the advantage goes poof. And once more, we see X10 as just rotating left and right to anticipate where X-Team Bo is going. And I think they're still going to decide to go into B in the end. And Baby TZ finally going to get caught. So at least they have the site and maybe even the post-plant positions. Valentine's low though, so this is not the ideal situation that you hope for, but it is still manageable.
All right, setting up for it. You can back up into garden. You can take hookah perhaps. You hear the footsteps coming in from X10S, so you know they're coming in from elbow. Nightfall gets sent down, pushes from Valentine. They get one, they get two, but instantly traded again. We're back to a one-on-one. Bullying! Oh my god, suddenly from spawn, VK did not expect it.
Oh god, VK, that was perfect too. Like, she was looking towards where Poli was, and Poli got a kill there, so there should have been a calm, right? But unfortunately, she looked away just at the time when Poli swung. And Poli had the shot. It was perfect for Poli. Man,
just how is this happening? She turned away the freaking. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Timeout being called now.
Yes, they need this timeout. Honestly, they came so close in so many rounds, Quack.
Right.
They just couldn't close it, and it's so heartbreaking.
Spike plant, it's a one-on-one, but even then, just a sudden, random, maybe not so random, but position from spawn. And
yeah, the one-on-ones, they just keep losing the one-on-ones, and this is, again, maybe experience plays a part, maybe just jitters, you know. They have a lot of pressure on them right now, Quack, and so it's not too much of a surprise if they can't perform their best. But even so, we've seen some really good plays from them, and again, it's just gonna come down to that X10S special of not allowing X-Team Bo to take too much time to get into position, just catching them before they even have a chance to reset.
Yeah. And right now, X10S just sitting so comfortably. X-Team Bo off the timeouts. They've got some A bit of a forced buy to work with a half buy, if you will. And it's just not going to work out all that well. Look at this positioning from Baby TZ2. No way you flick up to that unless you're prepared to pre-aim it, to check.
Time to hunt.
I mean, we've seen some crazy shots. So...
Yeah.
But then Baby TZ decided not to stay there on top of that booth. And this Prowler is destroyed. This is such a good bait and switch. Or maybe Genie doesn't even need to bait for her teammate. Just kill them all off. And Olulu, ooh, that's a great shot. Maybe we can find another one. Yes!
Ooh.
Thank you, Olulu. Healing her teammates up even with the Seekers on top. That's going to allow them to find the positions of the final 3 players. On the side of X10S, now they have extra time. They have so much time to get into position. There shouldn't be a round that goes to X10S.
Oh, look at this. Especially towards elbow as well. Bit of a pop flash and it's good. Traded. Able to reload and recollect herself, but Polly's just sticking it all the way. What is this? How is this happening? BK goes back in to shut her down. A bit of a trade, but no, Alyssa runs out of ammo. Snow! Showstopper there to clean it off. Woo! And finally, X-Team Bo pick up yet another round, making it a 2-7.
That was close, but that was great, I think. It was great that they made use of these advantageous positions. And just take initiatives. Even though they had the advantage in terms of numbers, they weren't afraid to make plays like that. You know, pump flash, double swing. Yes, they did get traded, but it is still a kill, and the advantage was still on their side. And Alyssa came this close to clutching it out again, but Snow did not falter this time. Made good use of that showstopper. Snowstopper? Maybe I should.
Snowstopper. Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah.
She made use of the Snowstopper and gave X-Team Bo around. Hey.
You know what Snow says in those situations? Snow problem. I'm getting canceled. Bye.
I give up.
Sorry, Sleepy. You can take this one. All right.
You're
see
on
ya.
your own, Quack.
Bye. But still, you gotta admire X10S being that comfortable. Even after a loss, they're okay. They're calling a timeout.
Yeah. It's no problem. Just take a timeout. And Muffin has a Snowstopper of her own. I mean,
yeah.
Can we call it a Snowstopper if it's Muffin? I don't think so. No. It's her own.
Oh, and she's going for it.
She's going for it. Oh, she finds 3, but she didn't get anyone. She decided to shoot it in the middle of everybody. And of course, X-Team Bo will take advantage of that. We'll find the second kill onto B-Long. Spotting Genie as well. And this rotation might be good for them because look at that. Good pinch from the side of X-Team Bo, but they need to capitalize. Why are they separating themselves? This is not how it was supposed to go. I think they were hesitating because there was a call from Valentine. Yes.
The A side is clear, but it's taking too long for the spike to get there now. They're trying to hold down the angles. Olulu has to land her shots, but she's so low. Orbital strike comes in. 50 seconds left.
Again?
Maybe you take the TP again. Yeah, maybe. Oh, in towards lamps. They saw her. Valentine gets the shot. Orbital strike took Olulu down. Thinking of sticking and planting down the spike, but BK hops off of it just to take down Alyssa. Great shot. 7-3. Maybe we can find more rounds this way.
And this is what we were hoping for from X-Team, but even though it was kind of getting haphazard towards the end of that B take, but I think in the end it still worked out, and it was the right call, I feel like, to go back to A, because for sure now X10S would have been rotating towards B, and Valentine took a really good and deep control towards A side, so going to A was the safest way they can get into a side. But they just took a little too much time hanging around B, and they give some free kills to X10S, but in the end it worked out, so all good.
And all of a sudden, I think this might be the first time we're seeing X10 on a thrifty. They've got some sheriffs, but they're still landing shots. Alyssa, what the heck is that? Polly going for a peek, getting shut down by Valentine, and all of a sudden it's the hit going towards A. It's very clear. Where is Olulu?
Not gonna find anything though because it's too far off from
Intel
where
at least?
X10S positions are. That is true. That's at least information that they are not defender spawn guys. They are coming from A short, and now they're spotted. And Alyssa will try to get a kill. Muffin gets it instead with the paint shells. So it is a 3v3. It is winnable for X10S, but the positions, they're not expecting this, I think. I don't think they know that there's two players U-Haul. And with this orbital strike, they're going to force them to the backside. And they will actually get killed. Wait, Alyssa, calm down. And unfortunately, because she was so busy shooting Muffin, Valentine took that chance to finish him off. Yeah, that's not good.
That's lovely. I think this is one of those moments XNS they can look back and laugh upon.
Yeah.
Because that's how they are.
That's funny.
They're the lemon ice cream. So they have fun. But wow, what a round from X-Team Bo. That's something that they need to do again and again. The confidence is just go in that way. The confidence is just stick down Spike. We know where they're coming from. Let's wait for them to come through. And as soon as they peek out, let's shut them down.
Okay, that's a great shot from Vinny. Another B long control secured.
Controller gone.
Controller gone. That means there's no easy way for them to close off this operator.
Muffin.
And oh my god, Muffin, what is this? What adventure are you going for here? Sadly, it's going to be stopped by this one little piece of alarm. Spinning around and all the adventure. What? How did you get that shot? That should have been illegal, but hey, they got the side. And sadly, they are still pinched, so they need to take some form of control, be it towards elbow or towards defender spawn, whatever it is, they need to go for it.
They're pinned down on site. They're trying to hold elbow. 3 players in this one spot. And they need to land their shots to make it count. VK still able inside of the tube, taking out 1. And all of a sudden, Valentine's gone as well. What is happening? They're sticking the spike defuse again. Snow! He picked up, he's dead! Oh! Defuse still went through and 8-4.
Yeah.
Not too bad, but
that last round though, we saw how they were getting pinched from all 4 sides. Elbow, defender spawn, hookah, and belong. And somehow it just worked out for X10S, even though they were just off individually. And I guess there wasn't enough control taken by X-Team Bo. And we talked about this even from the previous map quack. It was always good when X-Team Bo goes on to take a site and then goes for more control. That's how they win those rounds. But that round, they decided to just stay on site and stay in elbow, and that allowed X10S to just swarm them and pinch them from all directions. Unfortunately, it didn't work out too well for them.
I think it's not that bad of an idea, but you need to do it right.
Yes.
If you are holding off angles, if you're getting supported by your teammates and you have the right calls, you are able to shoot out your opponents. But if your opponents are X10S and they kind of know where you are, they send out utility to clear it. They send out pink shells or whatever it is, and then you just get all messed up, and that's where it doesn't work. So elbow just became a big old choke point. They got choked out. And
they got choked out, yeah. Well,
8-4.
8-4. I think it's looking okay for X-Team Bo. It's showing us that X-Team Bo knows what they're doing, because we were talking about, and we have the bird's eye view of everything, right? So we know what's literally going on from both sides. And we were saying like X-Team Bo needed to do this, needed to do that, and they were actually doing it. So they definitely know how to counter X10S here on Bind. But I think the lack of confidence is still showing here and there. And I just hope they sort it out going into the second half, because this is actually a real chance for them. I really believe X-Team Bo can actually bring this back to at least even out the score. Maybe not 2-2, but at least 2-1. So let's hope for that.
Certainly think it's possible. I mean, those 4 rounds that they won, they got onto the site because they were confident, because they just said, all right, let's do this. I'm going to go in. Snow, you do your thing with the double satchel. The rest of them, Olulu, sent out some flashes. They managed to get on site that way. They managed to control it that way. and that's what they need to do more of. Now that they're on the defensive side, though, maybe slightly different, but the idea of being confident is still prevalent.
Oh.
You have to do it.
Very much so. Especially against double controllers on the attack. That means there's going to be so many angles closed off for you to defend so passively at the backside. You have to go for those crazy plays, going into smokes, going into pop flash, out of the smokes. Otherwise, you're just going to get free control. You're just going to get free control for X10. So let's see if they're going to be privy to that.
I'll find you.
Oh, wow. Good way to start off with the Haunt as well. Just a little bit of information. But look at what X10S are doing, Sleepy. It's a default.
Yeah.
On round 1? Okay.
Damn. They want to win, don't they? Oh, God.
So careful.
So careful. So try hard. I love it.
You said it, you know. They are trying to go pro, Sleepy.
Yes, they are. And, well, nothing's happening too much just yet. The controls towards B-Long and showers are good. This will allow X-Team Bo to plan out where they want to defend more heavily, whether it be towards A-Short or Hookah, but it seems like they're comfortable where they are. Now they get some intel that there is at least one player towards showers, and they're hearing the stampede coming from A-Short, but the right-click classic from Poli. Free gun BTW is actually good for them. Snow gets a trade.
Spike
Alyssa
planted.
will be able to turn down this advantage for X-Team Bo. Make it a 4v3 advantage in their favor instead, so the retake is a little tough for X-Team Bo.
If anything, Alyssa is down to 14 HP. Some of them are down to 50. They just might be able to pick them off apart, but oh my god, these angles that X10S are holding are too good. Oh, Lulu's only able to get one, and then the rest of them all picked off. X10S winning the pistol again gives them such a big lead at the start of the second half.
And I believe that's another right-click moment from Poli towards showers, so that's unfair. We should make the classic not free. We should make everyone spawn with no guns and they have to choose what to buy. Because, dude, how many times have we seen the classic just do crazy things?
The right click. It's the right click.
It's the right click. And
Especially
Ginny,
for sharp enough to
for
yes,
Ginny, it's the left click.
It's left click.
Oh, God.
Boy.
Oh boy.
One
Well,
way or
another
another.
default. Yeah, another default from X10. The spike is not even with them. They're so comfortable leaving the spike behind, saying that, you know what, whatever, we're just going to turn back the other way. We're going to pick it up along the way. And they do it as they're converging towards B, where X-Team Bo is playing a little too passively for my liking.
My goodness.
They'll get pushed off even further deeper into elbow, and that means there should be free access to side for X10S.
It's completely free. The door, it's just wide open. Spike's already down, instantly shooting out the Haunt. All the post-plant positions set up. If you're on the side of X-Team Bo, what do you have? 2 shorties, 3 classics. How do you retake? Oh my gosh. They're slowly trying to creep up front, outside of spawn, in towards Hookah, but the door's been shut at this point. X10S has set up camp and make this their home. Instantly spraying down its destruction. 3 kills for Paulie and Muffin to clean up as well. A flawless win.
And this leads nicely into the next round as well for Poli. She just needs to get 1 ultimate orb towards showers, and that's a Viper Spit for a post plant. So if they want to play with this bonus round, I think they have a great chance to win it because of that Viper Spit. So that's going to be the focus for X10S this round. And if X-Team Bo is aware of this, they should be trying to not let go of the control of the ultimate orbs on each extremes. So, well, they're doing that. They're pushing B long. They have showers control, but what they don't have is A short control, and that's where everybody's just lurking in slowly. Will get spotted by the trademark, and now they know that they're all in U-play. But can they defend? That is the question. 1 kill is all Inter can get, and Baby TZ trades it immediately, and now suddenly they have what? They're going towards defender spawn.
They traded positions.
They just swapped places.
Oh no, X Team Bo on the retake now. They really need to make it count, but look at the position the Muffin's holding. Maybe bit by the Prowler, but it's not that big of a deal. They know where they're positioned. How do they take them apart though? That's the thing. Olulu goes out, Muffin takes it a trade. VK coming in back to support her team. 2 on 3, and then the incendiary just to buy a little bit more time. Alyssa, she's toying with them, but still it's not enough.
Oh man, it was getting too scary, but the gun advantage was
Brought it back.
too much to control for X10S, so that's great. And they still had 3 players alive, so that's at least some good investment into the next round. Not gonna have to rebuy too much, just 2 more rifles. This might be the start of it, you know? This might be the start of a journey for X Team Bo to claw back into the series. And they just need to take it one step at a time, one round at a time. Round by round is the way to go.
Bit by bit. 5 rounds is all it takes to bring us back into a 10 to 10. It's not impossible. We can definitely do it. And with teamwork like that, 3 players peeking out of hookah, taking out Muffin of all players. All of a sudden, this entire round's been different. Inter still on the other side of lamps though. Takes out the Trailblazers. She's thinking about swapping the utility. She's always done this. And sometimes it costs her initiative. She has to reposition. Back into the site. She peeks out, takes out Alyssa. It is judgment time.
He gets out of smoke, gets 1 kill, gets back into the smoke, he gets out of smoke, gets another kill. Finally traded by Baby TZ, but by this time, everybody from X Team Bo is on the site to get that final kill onto Ginny. 3 kills for Snow. The Snow Stopper is ready.
Oh, right. Pretty soon it's gonna be a blizzard. We're calling a timeout, and I'm wondering if it's coming in from X10S for the first time. They're gonna be the first ones in the half to call it. You have to wonder, like, what's not really working out for them, and I really think it's just because this is X Team Bo just being a lot more comfortable now that they feel like this is a lot more controlled for them to find these duels.
The confidence is now radiating from the team, and I love that. They're braver in terms of taking control. Initiatives were more imminent, and also the duels they're taking, they're not hesitating as much. And on the flip side, X10S, they seem like they're taking things way too slow to call themselves X10S, you know? Like, they're allowing Muffin to get picked off in the first 5 seconds, and then they just do whatever they feel like they're doing, and it just doesn't work because Muffin's not there to entry for them. So maybe X10S is just missing that aggression that we've seen in the past 2 maps. Maybe just stick together as 5 and go together, and that will make things work. But as long as they're still doing what they're doing right now, just defaulting, giving space for X Team Bo to try and get early pickups, X Team Bo will be very happy to take that. And Valentine has pulled out the operator, and this is going to get harder for X10S to enter any new areas, enter any new angles, and that might be good news for X Team Bo.
Operator, definitely a big tool, and I think it's also that, again, like you mentioned, the confidence. An example of that was when 3 players peeked out of hookah together, and they instantly took down Muffin. Without Muffin leading the charge, someone else has to step up, and because they have a double controller setup, Ginny's the next one to step up to that spot. And she can't really quite do it by herself, you know, it's not that fast. And all of these angles being held just works out so well for X Team Bo. With this confidence, you know, 4 more rounds, Sleepy, I think they could do it. But then again, you got to question what X10S has planned. There's a bit of a tech pause, and they're not allowed to talk during this.
No. But just looking at the scoreboard now, something going right for X10 is they're farming ultimates. And something about having something about having a great lead like they have right now, 10-6. They have a lot of rounds to just throw, quote unquote, throw, to farm as many ultimates as they can, and then just use it all at once to win one round. And that's going to shift the momentum. And that's what's happening right now. But on the flip side, X-Team Bo, they also have ultimates, and they're just going for a B push now. Let's just go down. Blue is actually going to get a piercing shot onto 2, while the Snow Stopper is once again a miss, unfortunately for Snow.
Not too shabby. At least it's kind of pushed Ginny all the way to the other side, but as soon as she pushed back up front, Snow was prepared for it. Gets the instant headshot, and 10-7, this gap is getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, but that Snow Stopper bit is a good news. It's a piece of good news for X10S, because now they don't have to worry about it in the next round while they have all their ultimates almost ready. So this almost has to go to X10S this next round. They have a Orbital Strike, they have Tour de Force, they're one way away from Showstopper of their own, and Poli has a Viper Spit for that post plant, so all they have to do is just go on the site. And I am sure they can do at least that.
Baby TZ pulled out the Tour de Force, trying to peek out. It's gonna be Inter that's holding from the site though, around truck. So, trying to push them off with the incendiary, making use of the toxic screen just to push up. Oh my gosh, Valentine can't see this at all.
Valentine, are you aware of this? Are you aware of the possibility? She is, and she flicks into Alyssa's heart with an operator shot of her own. That's so good. And that's going to force X10S to fall back towards B. And there you have 2 players waiting. An elbow. Are they going to be aware of this? Oh, she's just going to go for the plant? Wait, I think let's try and stop this. Seeker's swing headshot onto 1, and Muffin with a Showstopper missing. That's going to be a disaster for X10S, because now the retake is going to be much, much easier.
They're holding it all from Garden though. And with the smokes, it just doesn't quite land. And oh my gosh, Trailblazer frag from Alulu. It bites, and it bites hard. And then the snipers ring forward. Valentine, Baby TZ trading shots, but Valentine comes out on top. 10-8 now.
All right,
and they continue off with their lead.
Wow, we are this close now, everybody. 2 more rounds, possibly 1 more, since this is going to be an eco round for X10S. So almost certainly going to go the way of X-Team Bo. But that Trailblazer, though, it bites hard.
Yeah. Just happened to stun the right person at the right time and to translate into a kill. But even then, this is 4 rounds in a row now for X-Team Bo. X10S, on the other hand, not quite sure what's going wrong for them, but they aren't quite able to convert these rounds into wins, losing too many players in the process of hitting sites.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't wrong. They did get into the side, but they just didn't get the kills and post plant. But now they're going to go into the side once again. Good entries, good flashes to push off that operator by Valentine, and now they get the side plus a Viper Spit and a potential post-plant play with the Orbital Strike. There is no Molly, however, on both Poli and Alyssa, so there's only that Orbital Strike. They're actually all playing on the Viper Spit, and they're gonna go for the retake. Lulu finds 1, and Valentine will also find another. Poli, though, defending very nicely in her own Viper Spit. The Orbital Strike will be delaying the spike defuse much further. Will they be able to find the defuse now that VK finds a kill? Muffin will try it. Alyssa swings and gets the final 2 to get X10S that 11th round that they've been looking for so long.
After 4 rounds, we open up the skies. We put down the green gas. And just because of all of these things coming into cohesion, coming into fruition, X-Team Bo not quite able to retake. Just such a domineering presence of this Viper's Pit alone, hiding inside of the corner. They tried to push in, but even with the trades, it was not good enough.
It's the Viper Spit effect, you know. It's always scary to go into it, so you kind of lose your direction, even though you know you have the comms, and you have the coordination saying like, you know what, we're gonna push this side of the Viper Spit first and blah 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 blah. But once you're in it, your minimap gets blurred out, your vision gets blurred as well, and everything just goes to hell for them.
Yeah.
And that was such a great play from Poli, just surviving and getting the kills and not choosing to overheat and overextend. She decided to lean back towards elbow and waits for her teammates. That's such an experienced play from Poli. And this controller specifically, well, both are really good, but Poli, that round, I think she was the MVP of that round.
Couldn't agree more. Just, again, it's those micro decisions that you only gain because you have that experience.
Yeah.
Knowing exactly how to react despite that much utility being thrown your way. This time around, just going in to check in A with the Trailblazer through the teleporter. They're trying to peek out off of it as well, but playing so safe. X10S just completely back off. A bit of a default as well, but now they know that 3 players are coming in from A. They make the call to rotate to B.
That's a great decision. So much intel was gathered just by posting someone there. And Valentine. Wait, what? She did pull off the TP because it gets destroyed in the middle of the timing when he snapped his fingers. And just in a snap of a finger, 2 players got killed. And those are the 2 defending B. And therefore B is open for business for X10S.
How does that even happen that quickly? Teleporter shot out, and now 3 for the retake. Open for business, but can we actually buy anything? Answer is no, because it's way too expensive. Muffin taking out yet another player. I don't know if X Team Bo will be able to perform in the next round. 1v5 for VK. And she's staring at match point from X10S. Goes in, Ginny spotted her.
Oh no. Yeah, it turns around.
Save. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, it's such a hard decision, you know, to save in the face of match point. But I know it's a 1v5. I know it's looking like it's impossible, but you almost always have to try when you're facing match point like that. And she just can't do it. She knew she had no chance as she got spotted there. And this was nuts, I think. Before that, actually, when Valentine was shooting and then TPing out, but as she was getting transported by the rendezvous, she got back on top of the container because her TP got destroyed midway. That was something I've never seen before, and it turned out it's possible to do that.
Only if your opponent kind of whiffs the off shot, though.
That is
but still,
true.
it's so... Oh, and here it is. Match point now, Sleepy. For the win. X10S and their slot to VCT Game Changers APAC Elite. It's down to this one round. Inter on the judge, the rest of her team on Vandals. Valentine with the tour de force at the ready as well. Can they actually send us into another round? X Team Bo trying to push off X10S.
Oh, this could be the start of it, though, but the utility usage is good. The and that will allow Valentine to get a free kill onto Muffin, the entry fragger. This will complicate things for X10S, but Poli decides to just push into her own poison cloud, finds a kill, but the trap is happening, but again! She wants this win. She wants to go pro, Quag. She wants that elite slot, and I think that might have been it. That could have been the one play that brought X10S the slot to elite.
So smart, just to go inside the lamps, peeks out. It cuts the back line. It's up to VK now, but as soon as she finds even one, the swing from Ginny would have been too much. That's it though, Poli still lands the final shot. It's the 4th frag in the round. And X10S with the 3-0 inside of this best of 5. They secure their spot to VCT Game Changers APAC Elite.
My goodness, Poli. You are undoubtedly the MVP of this map specifically. But, oh my god, how good was that? That was just the perfect play. The perfect amount of aggression shown by Poli at the right timing as well. She was facing a judge, man. She was facing a judge at U-Haul. She didn't care. She just went for it, and that's when you know a player wants to go pro. She goes for those kinds of plays and makes it work. And so congratulations to X10 Sapphire for being the first team to qualify to Elite through the APAC Game Changers Last Chance qualifier. And of course, it's not over for X Team Bo. They still have a chance to make it through from the lower bracket finals, happening tomorrow against W Streak Female.
That said, still, my gosh, looking at all of these numbers, every player performed, not a single player with a negative KDA. Wow. I mean, round of applause for that. 8-13, X Team Bo started to fight their way back in of the second half.
Mm-hmm. This props to X Team Bo. They decided that they are equals to X10S, and they decided to play with their confidence radiating in this last map. Unfortunately, I feel like it's a little too late for them to start showing the confidence now, but at least it gave us this map. It was closer than ever before, and I enjoyed it so much because we get to see some amazing plays from Olulu with the pop flashes and swings. Snow, even though the showstoppers kind of whiffed towards the end of the game, but at the start though, it was her pulling off some of those cheeky moves and really good plays with the utilities as well but Muffin, Polly, Alyssa as well in one of those rounds. I think in terms of individuals, it is clear that X10S has the upper hand, and therefore they are the first team to qualify to Elite with an amazing score of 13-3, 13-3, and 13-8 to close everything out on that last map, which is Bind.
Wow, not even letting X Team Bo reach double digits.
No double digits.
Well, we're going to continue to break down some of these games. I believe replay highlights will come up soon, but don't go away, guys, because we will have a winner's interview pretty soon. So, I mean, I think we get to interview Ginny, which is like,
that would be great,
pick
man.
her brain a bit.
Yeah, interviewing a legend. I want to ask her, why are you in LCQ, Ginny? Why are you taking away chances for these other teams to qualify when you could have just qualified from open?
You ask her like what it feels like to try and go pro.
Yeah, honestly, I'll ask her. But you have your own questions, and let's get ready for that. So everybody watching this at home, just prepare for that interview while we watch the highlights. Look at Snow. Snow was so confident. She was swinging, and Olulu as well, together with DK. My goodness, this was the form of X Team Bo that we would have loved to see from map 1 and 2.
I mean, I think if anything, the fact that they're performing better on third map, it gives them that confidence boost that they need for tomorrow's match.
That's actually true because, again, X Team Bo, they're not out yet. They still have that one more chance to qualify to Elite. Tomorrow, they are going to face up against W Streak Female, and that's going to be fun, bro. That's going to be fun because we saw how W Streak Female played today. We saw how X Team Bo played today. Maybe X Team Bo didn't play the best they could against X10S, but we saw in that last map the potential and the abilities, the capabilities of each of those players just being able to hold down a team like X10S as they did on that last map. I think they've got a pretty solid chance to qualify tomorrow, but of course, W Streak Female, they're not going to let it go that easy.
Not that easy, but I think that's the thing. Throughout this entire series, this entire tournament and brackets, that's what experience is all about. You know, it's not just playing a lot of games, it's playing games against strong opponents, because that's what you can learn from them. Yes, the defeat on Haven and Fracture might have been hard, but there's so much to learn from them, and just trying to adapt some of your strategies to match or counter X10S's strategies, it kind of helps you grow as a team, and that's what it's all about.
I agree, and we've already seen that in WSF, right? Because they've lost to some of the bigger teams before this as they go into LCQ, and we've seen the progress they've made, and now they are in the lower bracket finals, one step away as well, going into Elite. And for X Team Bo, maybe that same level of experience, they just got it from X10S. And so tomorrow, it'll be the battle of teams that lost to X10S, the battle of teams that have finally gotten the experience that might be required to let them have a chance at Elite and maybe even a chance to qualify to Berlin. Tomorrow is going to be that determination of these two teams, and we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah,
Fun stuff.
it's either it's one or the other.
Yeah.
W Strict Female or X Team Pro. It's gonna be a little bit tough, but still, at the very least for now, congratulations to X10S. They may or may not have been smurfing in APAC LCQ.
Oh,
but
God,
they certainly showed like their strengths in like together as a team. Haven, if I were going to Elite from now on, Fracture, Haven, ban against X10S.
No, just don't play that. Just don't play those maps. Anyway, I think we are ready for our interview with one of the players from X10S, the first team to qualify to Elite. One of the player from X10S. Let's see who we've got.
I think so.
Hello, Ginny.
Hello.
Hi, congratulations, X10S. Congratulations, Ginny.
Thank
that
you.
was such an intense and amazing performance from X10S. You guys were so dominant, and I think you guys are just so prepared to go into this LCQ. Did you guys prepare a lot going into LCQ because you guys didn't qualify, and this is your last chance? What was the preparations like for you guys?
Actually, we didn't expect that we need to play LCQ because we trial based in the qualify one.
Yeah.
But we did a mistake and we lost so many chances, and I think we lose the confidence. Yeah, and like everyone cannot perform well. But I think when you lose the qualify and overtime, right? We learn so many things that we have to fix. If we get the qualifiers in first 3 slot, I think we also cannot win at Elite for sure. But after we lose, we fixing so many things and we practice really hard. Yeah.
Wow.
Cannot
So
be
you
said.
think so you think the fact that you didn't qualify before and now you have to play in LCQ, that helped you become an even better team to prepare for Elite maybe. So
Yeah.
there's a bigger chance for you to qualify to Berlin. Wow. That's an amazing
It's
mindset
like-
and progress.
It's like finally we play as a team.
It looked so great, Quack. What do you think?
I have to agree. I mean, I think this is one of those times where we really start to see them play a lot more controlled, a lot more disciplined, but also to have that potential to like make some crazy moments happen. Like, for example, Muffin, especially on Haven and Fracture. It's such a strong team. I'm just wondering, how did you guys really suddenly figure out all these things? How did you fix those problems?
To be honest, I think maybe it's my bad that we lose from the past, because I want when we got some problem, right, I cannot understand and I feel like I want to fix it fast. Yeah, but I change my attitude to become like, okay, we don't need to go fast, but we just need to go together. Yeah.
Together.
Wow.
I love that.
I love that. That's such a W mindset. And I was thinking this, right? I was thinking, why didn't you guys qualify? Why do you have to play in the LCQ? Why are you taking chances from all these other teams? All right, Quack, I think you had one question for
Smurfing.
Ginny? Yeah, I don't know. One more question.
Yeah, I mean, we love the fact that you guys are playing together as a team. It's a lime or lemon flavored ice cream team. But moving forward, into Elite, we have about a month from now before Elite actually happens. You're going to be playing against your rivals. Anything you're going to do extra to prepare for that? I mean, Pearl is going to be in that map pool now. Do you have anything to say about that?
I think so.
Maybe Pearl.
I think we have to practice more and prepare for the new map. Yeah, Pearl. Because we haven't practiced about that map, but we will practice for sure.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Ginny, thank you so much. I think that was a great sharing session. Thank you and congrats once again. Good luck in Elite, and we'll see you again in the server very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Oh, God, that was so amazing, Quack. Like,
Such
the
a double mindset.
Yeah, exactly. Such a W mindset. The way she thought about, oh, maybe it was my mistake. I wanted to fix things fast, find hot fixes. That doesn't work, so I'm going to change my mindset and, just go together. Just fix things together and take our time. No need to go fast, but we need to do things right. Yes. And that's it. That was so good.
I think that's the sign of a true leader. And you have that altruistic kind of feeling towards your team. And just to have everyone come together, win or lose, we are a team.
Yes.
And if we push together, if we work together, we can find those dubs. And that's what it's about.
Yeah, and they did find it. So congratulations once again to X10 Sapphire. They are your first team to qualify to VCT APAC Game Changers Elite. And well, tomorrow we are going to have one more team join them in Elite together with all these other teams that's been waiting for so long. But of course, that's going to wait until tomorrow. I'm Sleepy, and it's Quack. Hey, I'm Quack, actually, and it's been a pleasure for us to cast for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we're sorry if we made any mistakes, and if we offended anyone, we didn't mean anything by that. We will be back tomorrow, so be back tomorrow, guys. See you soon.
Wanna get it, talk in the club, talk in the club, with a talk in the club, talk in the club, talk in the club, talk in the club, with a couple hundred bucks. Talk in the club, talk in the club, talk in the club, talk in the club, with a couple hundred bucks. Everybody round, everybody round, everybody round, everybody round, yeah. Everybody round, everybody round, yeah. Know we get hype. Everybody round, everybody round.
Mid.
Wanna get it, talk in the club, talk in the club, with a talk in the club, talk in the club, talk in the club, talk in the club, with a couple hundred bucks.